I'm okay. I just smoked another to the face, yeah. She wanna stay. Singing to your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you hip in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Coming with a dank, scrolling a tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though, and welcome to Woodward Heavyweights Live on WoodSports.com. I'm joined by Raxter.
Hi.
No Chris, Nicholas Kohloff. No Caleb the Colorblind, but he's with us in spirit.
He is.
Caleb drives about an hour to work, and these are,
gone but not forgotten.
He deserves a day off once a week.
Just like the Tigers.
Yeah, you guys jinxed them.
Nick did.
Again.
They
They're
won
already in
last
game.
night.
They're
They
already
won
in
last
game
night.
yesterday, so that doesn't count. You did what you did, and they lost to the fucking Rockies.
It's the day game curse. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, Scooble.
Sick of
Day
it.
game curse.
I'm
What
sick
do
of
you mean?
these
They played
game
yesterday
days.
during the day.
Scooble got hit by a pitch on his hand, a line drive, but he said everything's fine. He said he's not worried about it. So if he's not worried about it, I'm not worried about it. Yeah, it sucks. That's pretty much all she wrote, folks.
Did he? When did he go out? Was it a tie?
It was
2-1.
It was 2-1. Yeah, he was in line for the win.
So he got a dub.
No.
No,
No, because
They
we
lost.
lost.
I thought the Rockies tied it up, and then they took over.
Yeah, but the Tigers lost the game.
Oh, I thought, though, if you go out when you're up,
no,
it's a W.
you got to win the game to get the win.
You have to win the game.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. I thought it was half.
You play to
No.
win the
Yeah,
game.
Sure.
Yes. Yes, I'm sure.
Are we
you
sure?
You have to win the
We
game
are.
to get the win.
Someone look it up.
Thank God football's back.
Thank
All
you.
I got to say.
Yeah, I mean, told you not to curse them.
Okay, well,
You
we're
wouldn't
going to
did
talk
it
about
anyway.
them. They're on a hot streak, but it's just these day games actually piss me off when we lose. Like, I get genuinely upset for the rest of the day.
They won.
I'm
this-
angry.
Oh, when they lose.
Yeah, I'm pissed off.
Yeah, I saw that. You were getting snippy in the chat.
It's not snippy. I just told you to look up one player if you
I've
wanted
seen him
to.
play.
All right, good. That's why I said if you haven't. You were getting
Dude's
snippy.
bossing me around.
Jesus.
Trying to be my mom or something.
Don't tell me what to do, damn
Yeah,
it.
for real. You're not my dad.
You're not my dad.
No, we got a lot going forward in this show, though. A lot of Lions, obviously. We got sound from Hutchinson and Goff and Ben Johnson and a lot of people talking a lot of different things. Did you see the video of Amon-Ra St. Brown that he brought up on his podcast?
What video?
The first run of overtime.
Oh, no.
He, wasn't blocking.
Oh,
And
yeah.
if he would have blocked, it would have been a touchdown.
Did he say that?
He said he thought the play was over, and that's what it looked like to me. David Montgomery's
walking.
David Montgomery's in between three Rams players, and so he's probably he's just gonna get tackled. And then he sees that he doesn't get tackled. He's like, oh shit! He tries to do something. So yeah, I'm not worried about it. That's what it looked like to me, at least.
To be fair, in the way, the fashion those runs were made, it did look like situations where any typical human,
Would have went down.
any
Yes.
typical running back, I'll say that, because he put on the hell of a performance.
A mere mortal.
Yes, any mere mortal would have gone down. 'Cause the way he shook him off was like, dude, is this a thing? The way, what's going on?
His chair's pissing me off.
I don't know. It was like the way water falls off a duck, just rolls off the back. he was on.
I thought I was the blow one. The way water falls off a duck.
Yeah, ducks are waterproof.
I've never seen up close water falling off of a
Oh,
duck.
for real? It's trippy. It just drips down.
Off
It's
their
like-
feathers?
Yeah.
Wow.
They don't actually get wet. The water just
Wow.
fucking, Fun fact.
That's
I don't know,
pretty
man. It's
crazy.
like someone gave him like a 2K boost or some shit like that. Changed his cleats before overtime. He just got extra
Yeah, it was pretty
trucking
insane.
boost. I don't know. Shout out to him. Can't wait to watch him play again.
Ducks can't get wet.
No.
Neither can concrete.
Neither can water.
Now that's not. Listen, we're not
Is
gonna go
water
there.
wet?
Yes.
No. See, water's not wet.
Water is wet.
Water makes things wet.
Water is a state of wet. This is wetness.
No, water is a state of hydrogen 2 oxide. Water makes things wet.
Water is wet. It's just it's wet. That's why it
No.
makes things wet.
It makes
It's like-
things wet.
Spinny, it's like if you're dirty, and you sat down in that chair and you left a little dirt mark there.
No, it's like saying
Because you're dirty.
is the toaster toast?
You're the dirt ball. No, that's not the same.
The toaster makes bread toast.
It's not the same.
That is
Just because this guy's related to doctors, he
It's
thinks he can
not
talk
the
that
same.
no,
shit.
water isn't wet. I'm just saying.
I just need you to
water
trust me,
makes
that's
things
all.
Water
Please.
is for wet.
Water off a duck's back is a real expression. I had never heard that before in my life.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Whether water is wet depends on how you define wetness. Wetness as a liquid's ability to stick to a solid. Most scientists define the wetness as a liquid's ability to maintain contact with the solid surface. Because water doesn't have a solid surface, it can't be wet.
Bam.
However, water can make other things wet by interacting with them.
Double Spenny, right.
Hold on.
Just got both of my points.
There's two. If you define wet as made of liquid or moisture, then water and all liquids can be considered wet.
Can be, but they're not.
Wetness as a definitional argument. Some say whether water is wet is more of a definitional argument that has no answer.
Oh, Lunchbox Hooligans. I also make things wet. Hey,
Hey, what
Nice.
a bar. That's a good one.
dude.
Shout out to
Anakin
Lunchbox
Skyhogger. Shout out to Anakin in the chat.
Is it the real Anakin?
It is the real Anakin. He was going at Lorena Rios in the Big D chat.
You know, sometimes your boy supremacy disguises
No, it's
himself as Anakin.
It's the real. It was the real one because he was on lunch break at school.
I don't know, dude. Because a lot of people go to him and he never has fire. He never has heat in return.
Dude, it was funny.
That's why I'm like, is it Anakin? Like,
Because I kept calling her a nerd, and then he was calling her a nerd, and we've been calling her retort for a while.
oh man.
Because she said retort
Careful.
in the chat, like good retort. And I was like, whoa. And she was trying to explain
Oh, no
that
way.
retort means something else.
Anakin's profile picture is a JG Pokemon Master.
That's pretty hype.
Cool
And,
Pokemon.
dude, Anakin was going at Lorena. It was awesome. I felt like
That's
a proud papa.
crazy.
Because I hate Lorena Rios. So Anakin he called her Cyber Diddy. I was like, leave me alone, Cyber Diddy. I'm a high schooler. That was legendary.
Yo, big dogs. These are gonna be at Hayes Social on Sunday. It depends, man. Shit in the family life is getting hectic. It's a busy time of the year, man. I'm not really around.
It's football season. It's true.
I know.
I only got Saturdays off. I'm going to see my newest nephew.
Shout out.
He's my boy Dante had another kid, so
If I could convince
go check out Asher Pastoria.
the fam to come up there, then
Shout out to
I'll
him.
do that.
Dude, they should. My fam came up last time. My
Yeah, but I
dad,
have,
my
like,
mom.
They have a 4-year-old.
So
Your fam's adults
bring B.
of age grown. Yeah, I guess you have.
Well, yeah, what does that mean? Just bring them up. We got the whole section, the VIP section's blocked
Give
off
them a few shots.
with tables and shit. You
Of
can sit on
water.
the thing next to us.
Shannon Sharp embraced the
Water off of retorts back. So 40 go.
Rest in peace, Joe Schmidt, all-time great Detroit Lion. He posted
Damn.
numbers. What?
Was that recent or just
Yeah, today.
you didn't know who he
A
was?
few hours ago. I educated myself last
Yeah,
year.
I didn't know who he was.
We
either.
didn't.
Yeah.
And then whoever was in chat, shout out to you who educated us on him.
He's the
Glad
best
we got to know.
defensive lines player ever. The guy,
Yeah.
like, what was it, like a 12-time All-Pro or something like that? Just
He played with the blacks.
yeah, he played with black
He
people. It
played
was-
during the integration, so there's no
Didn't
big-
get lucky.
He didn't get lucky. He was just good. He was just actually good. Also, speaking of retorts, happy birthday, Booner. That's my guy. I don't know if we're celebrating. Maybe we should. But,
Oh, happy birthday, Booner.
What's up, man?
If you want to come up to Ale and Eddie's, come on, Boone. We're having a good time.
I got to send this to Chris. Speaking of Allen Eddie's, it's a fine establishment. Dan Campbell's been a representative of a fine establishment for 2 consecutive weeks. There's another Applebee's
There
Dan
is another,
Campbell
yeah.
commercial. I got to get it to Chris.
Fire.
I haven't seen this one yet.
Lickety split.
I haven't
Great.
listened to it. I saw, is Saquon in it?
Yeah, Saquon.
Yes, at the
Saquon has
beginning.
his own too, but none of them are as big as Dan Campbell's.
Yeah, nobody pops like Dan Campbell pops.
It's crazy, man. I mean, we talked about it on the show, but Brock Purdy was in the Super Bowl as the quarterback, touched the ball every single play,
Yeah.
and Dan Campbell's still doing more numbers.
Water, do water off of retorts back. It's hitting me, man. I can't even look at it. That's funny.
Yeah, is dirt dirty?
No, dirt makes things dirty.
All right.
You see a cup of dirt, you're not like, oh, that's dirty. But if you throw dirt all over the floor
I
and
would
rub
say
it
it's
in,
dirty, 'cause-
you're like, that floor is dirty.
I would say it's dirty because it's dirt.
No. I look at it, I say, that's dirt. But if it's rubbed into the floor, you say that floor is dirty.
Water's wet.
No,
Here's
it's not.
Dan Campbell's Applebee's commercial, part 3.
Part 3.
While things are starting to cool off, the other side of the restaurant is beginning to heat up. As head coach, assistant manager of Applebee's, Dan Campbell, is having communication
intense-
issues.
Mozzarella sticks, table 5. You guys got me. Anyone. Is anybody here? You got to be able to ask people to do things that you want them to do in such a way that it gets done. Hey, Joe! Joe! Table 4! Act 3. Thank you. Awesome.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, that's good.
He's a good actor.
He is a good
bro,
actor.
I don't know if Dre's listening. Shout out to Dre, but he's a fucking hater, bro. He tried to tell me Dan Campbell's not a good actor. Fuck you. He's a good actor.
Yeah, eat shit, Dre. That's a
At least by
good
like
actor.
football player or like that standard,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
Better than Batista.
for a guy who's not an actor, he's a good actor.
He's a good actor, bro. Come on.
His face, that was good.
Dan Campbell's a man.
Dan Campbell, I love Dan Campbell, dude.
All right. This next one's meant for Chris. Not meant for Chris, but I know Chris is definitely interested in it. Actually, I don't even know if I sent this
New Kendrick
graphic.
song?
No, I took that out. I don't know. I don't want to get into all that.
How was it?
It was good. It was actually really good.
Yeah.
It's actually really
when
good.
he switches his flow, he starts going crazy. But he's just putting the game on watch.
All right, this next one's actually like fucking crazy. Easy can't
that
admit
hurts.
defeat. Water's wet, bro. I can admit defeat when I'm defeated.
It literally said no twice.
It did not say no twice. That's gaslighting.
All right.
No,
you read it.
he's been a supreme gaslighter today.
Me?
Yeah, you.
What did I do?
He's always a supreme gaslighter.
What did I do?
Chris checked out. All he
That's-
cares about is concrete.
Yeah, that's true.
That's not true.
Your performance has been in decline lately. We can check the stats.
All right. It's OnlyFans creators,
Oh my god.
all of them together, have made more money than the salary combined of every single NBA player. $6.6 billion worth of hats, worth of ass, worth more than LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and the entirety of the NBA salary cap.
Yeah. We as men need to be better.
That's terrible.
We are the ones causing this scourge. We are the ones enabling this behavior. No shame to them.
No shame.
No shame. Pro ho.
Pro ho.
If anybody wants to buy
ho,
size
all day.
14
Gotta
foot
be.
picks, hit me up. But we need to stop. There is a bevy of free porn everywhere on the internet.
That's very true. I don't know, though, bro.
We're losing recipes.
What's that go?
Dude, Michael Irvin.
That's so true.
You've never seen that? He's like, there's women, they're not cooking with their mom in the kitchen. We're losing recipes.
That's so true, though.
Shit is so
We are losing recipes.
The way he delivers it, dude, it's so fucking funny, bro. You've never seen that? Oh,
No, it's
man.
such a bar.
He's tweaking, bro. It's so
Dude,
good.
he's not lying, though. We are losing recipes.
But no, for sure, we need to stop.
Yes.
Like, we're the problem.
Enabling them.
They're not the problem. They're capitalizing on our weakness.
CJ,
Our horniness.
Our horniness. They've got us right where they want us.
our guy DNC has no shame. Sky Bree, fire.
Skybree is fire.
Yeah.
He is a
I've never
consumer.
paid for an OnlyFans.
Well,
I
look,
don't plan on paying for an
You can find
OnlyFans.
Sky Bree videos free.
You
too.
can find the
Yeah,
links,
exactly.
man. If like,
I
if
know.
you really want to.
I've studied. I've done the tape.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Corinna
Tape
Koff,
review.
you can find those. Just go to Reddit. Like,
haven't found
you
those.
can find anything on Reddit. But I just, we as
What about your girl? There's
Who?
one that's got you in a chokehold lately.
oh the
Yeah.
the random one. I don't even
You
remember
used
her
the C word, bro.
name.
Dangerously horny. You were talking in porn.
I was using porn lingo. It was like noon on a Tuesday.
Yeah, bro. Aren't you doing a show right now?
I don't even know her name. I can't remember her name. I think it's Caitlin
That's
something.
that's what she got you shook.
But yeah, she's got me. I follow 2 of her accounts on Instagram. Haven't paid a cent. I haven't paid a cent. But she's.
Would you pay her
She's
OnlyFans?
got the heavies. No, she's got an OnlyFans. Haven't paid for it.
There was actually one that you sent. I didn't find her OnlyFans, but I found her on Twitter and followed her.
A
I had
while
to see.
back?
Yeah, I had to
What's it?
see. They're massive.
Yeah,
That light skin one you sent.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's got to be out here somewhere.
No, those are out there. For
Yeah,
sure.
and honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like I had to dig, but I found them. Sorry, moving on.
Yeah.
Dude, they're crazy. I'll send you the big spinnies.
Send anytime you see something, just send them my way. I appreciate all shapes and sizes.
The men got to be better.
But the men have to be. Moral of the story: the men have to be better.
We gotta be better.
We do got to.
As we're up here simping.
You know, instead of going out there and paying for that, Get yourself a gym membership. Planet Fitness is fitness that fits your budget. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by, more than 50 in Metro Detroit and thousands more throughout the world. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a friendly, knowledgeable staff, and a totally judgment-free atmosphere. Did you know that all Planet Fitness memberships include fitness training for no extra cost? You could upgrade to the Black Card and get use of amenities like hydro massage, total body enhancement, and all that good stuff. Planet Fitness, join the in-club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go!
At Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down.
Try out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down. $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper! Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Kevin and Catherine, have you been caught looking at Caitlin Crin's Instagram by your wife? And now you're in for divorce?
Probably would.
Kevin and Catherine, got you right. Just scan the QR code above my head or dial 248-971-0476. Tell them the heavyweight sent you. They'll pay your first-time filing fee. We're dealing with divorce, child custody, or visitation. They got your back. Again, tell them the heavyweight sent you. They'll pay your first-time filing fee.
Yeah, shout out to Let's Go Rubbing Sparty. Did the detective work, and yeah, that's her. Caitlin Krebs. She's got just, oh man, just go look at her.
How did you find her so fast? We didn't know her name.
I said Caitlin something.
Oh, yeah.
You see it in her face. I'll just leave it. Okay. I'll just leave it there.
The show got dangerous.
And she's got the heavies. But okay, someone asked for a parlay. Someone asked for my parlay for tonight. I will post it.
I've been smacking.
Save it for the end.
I'm gonna read it out now.
Did you write it last week?
Save it for the end.
Save it for the end.
Should I save it for the end?
Save it for the end.
Save it for the show.
Hit the like goal.
Hit the like. Yeah, that's a good one.
I'll give you mine too.
Chris, make a poll. 200 likes, and we'll post. We'll give the parlays out.
Okay, sir.
We had the one from the Eagles game.
You remember how to do that?
No.
I hit mine for the Eagles game. I don't think I was on your guys. I just made a 10 for 50.
Yeah, I've been pretty hot so far in football season. I want to keep that going. I got one I really like for tonight. I got one I really like for the Lions.
I got like 3 legs. I need to get it up though, cause pause. but yeah, we'll get into it. We'll build it on live on air during the last segment. But moving on, got Detroit Lions topics to get to. Both coordinators spoke with the media today. There's some player interviews we didn't get to yesterday. If you're ready, Chris, can we get AG talking about the Detroit Lions pass rush? That's going to be a bit of a hot topic, whether it was good or not, because they didn't cash in on actual sacks.
You sent 2 of those. One was labeled. You want just the one on the D line?
You do the first one. Yeah, I mean, there's either one works, honestly.
All right.
Probably the one that says part 2. That's probably the best.
Okay.
When you see your defensive line get the pressure ahead, you didn't have to blitz as much because the front four was generating it. The talk is Matthew got rid of the ball really quickly.
Yeah.
What is the counter to that to allow your defensive line to get home? What's the risk reward balance for you?
Well, I think our D-line do a really good job in practice of when they're in front of the quarterback, man, sometimes you just got to get your hands up, right? And that's just as good as sometimes getting pressure on the quarterback, because now you get to tip balls and things like that. So that's something we got to continue to work on. And you're right, Matthew got the ball out really, really fast. And the thing is, we were hitting him, but the thing is, he was getting the ball out in these 5-yard routes and things like that. So we got to do a better job of getting our hands up when we don't get a chance to hit him, because we had multiple guys that was around him.
Yeah, he's right. You know, Stafford was getting the ball out. He was making things happen. They were putting pressure on him, and it wasn't just from Hutchinson. We saw the other guys go out there and make some things happen. We saw Levi Onwuzurike. We saw, Marcus Davenport getting back there. And do you have that Hutch one? Because that'll be perfect to follow that. Because that's the one I sent about Aiden Hutchinson. He's talking about what Levi and Marcus Davenport did out there.
We're, that close to having, a couple more sacks, a couple picks.
Yeah.
What do you, I don't know, just chalk it up to one of those games? Is there something specific you in practice this week to address it?
We just got to finish them. Listen, and Hutch had one, Davenport had one, and they were just missed opportunities, and we put those in that category of big plays. That's another thing that I didn't even talk about, were the big plays. I think we only gave up 5 in this game. So, but yeah, we had 2 interceptions that we should have had also. Those are missed opportunities. But when we get a chance to get our hands on the quarterback, we got to wrap them up. We got to bring them down.
So that's why I like to hear AG, that they're at least game planning for, because it seems like that might be a strategy against this Detroit Lions defensive front. I know that all teams would be deprived of their starting tackles, and we'll be after it like that. And I also don't believe every single quarterback will be able to make the throws that Matthew Stafford made. AG also spoke to that too, but I like the fact that they're thinking about how to address that situation in the future. You're talking about just get your hands up if you can't get your hands on the quarterback, and that makes sense. We talked about, the last time, I can't think of DJ Reader. When he's in the middle next to J.J. Watt, he coined that nickname that year when he couldn't get to the quarterback, J.J. Swat. Because he at least get his hand up. Aiden Hutchinson, 6'7", 32-inch arms, a little bit shorter, short side of NFL average.
32-inch python.
32-inch python.
We saw him do that a couple times in the NFC Championship game, though, where he swatted the ball down, and that's something that you want to see him do. AG's right. Again, I wholeheartedly agree with what you said and what he said, where not every quarterback is going to be able to make the throws in the arm slot, trajectory, and velocity that Matthew Stafford was making them. Baker Mayfield's not going to be able to do it at the same level as Matthew Stafford did it. Baker Mayfield likes to get back there, run around a little bit, let things open up, and uncork it down the field. So I think the defensive line is going to have a much better going or showing against Baker Mayfield when it comes to statistics, putting up sacks, because he's going to hold the ball a little bit longer.
And talking about not the quarterback here, but the wide receivers, Cooper Kupp can get off the line super quick, and that's what he excels at. He was the 9th He was the 9th player. He ranked the 9th most all time in targets in that game against the Lions, of all time. That's insane. Yeah. Top 10. You're not going to do that against a Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. It was specifically a Cooper Kupp type game for that Rams offense.
And that's another thing that we know Stafford does that. He keys in on one receiver. He gets the ball to that one receiver. The 3 things that make me believe that the Lions will be able to get home against Baker Mayfield is they don't have Sean McVay, Matthew Stafford, or Cooper Kupp. That's not putting any shade on Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, but Mike Evans is a completely different type of receiver, and Chris Godwin isn't up to the level of Cooper Kupp. And I do think that they're going to look for more breaking routes down the field, that pass rush will get home, and we're going to see Aiden Hutchinson get a sack, at least one.
Yeah, I'll tell you another video. I apologize.
Oh, we do. No, we have Aiden Hutchinson. This is the one of him talking about what Levi Onwuzurike and Davenport, how big of a difference they were making, and what DJ Reader is going to mean to that pass rush.
Davenport and Levi, the impact that they had, can you feel that where you're, when you're coming off the edge?
Definitely. I think, Marcus he's just one of those guys that he's just a specimen of a human being, and I just knew he was gonna. In camp I saw it, and I just knew I was ready for him to just kind of pop off a little bit, and he missed a couple, but the opportunities were there for him, and that's big.
How does DJ make you guys more dangerous?
I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I think he's a dog. I think he's going to stop the run. He's going to push the pocket. He's really just going to be great for it. DJ is just such a good player, so I'm really excited to have him back.
And that's what you love to hear, because that's what you needed. You needed Marcus Davenport. You needed Levi Onwuzurike to step up. You needed those guys to be bigger contributors. We saw last year you had nobody outside of Aiden Hutchinson, especially when Ali McNeil went down. You had Charles Harris. You had Romeo and Julian Okwara. You had these guys that were not getting home, were not making an impact. So to have Marcus Davenport in there, who has already shown that he can get to the quarterback if he can stay healthy, to have Levi Onwuzurike there, who's having a renaissance in his career and was drafted into the NFL because of his ability to get to the quarterback, having them kind of take the burden off of Aiden Hutchinson's shoulders is going to help him so much, and having them push guys towards Aiden Hutchinson more is going to help him even more, because quarterbacks now just can't drift to the other side when Aiden Hutchinson's getting or beating the tackle. They can't just take a step over and not worry about the other guy. Now we have players in place that can win those battles and make the pressure come from different angles and different sides rather than just Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah, if our boy is back for this one, DJ Reader, that's what I truly expect to start seeing multiple. I know we got 2 sacks last week, but I'm talking about like 3, 4. Like this is why I want. I mean, the defensive line has been credited for being good outside of people who don't know football. Like, you know, you go listen to a Chris Long talk about it on NBC or whoever it may be. Like, you know, they'll tell you how good that defensive line was and the reason why they had to go to that strategy as an offense. And you're talking about getting an offense that includes Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford, like 2 of the best to do it. I think this week you'll finally see the fruits of that labor. I think Baker Mayfield's a guy that needs to hold on to the ball to make the plays. Even if you watch that game, even just the highlights last week of him making those throws, it's Baker doing what Baker does. He extends plays.
And that's David Witt says Baker is a lot more mobile than Staff, just a fact. For sure. And that means he's going to be running around back there, and that means we're going to have more opportunity to get our hands on him.
Yes.
And when he does push that pocket and Reader and Hutch does get one early in this game, we saw it in the highlight video. Hutchinson said, I was just spamming the spin move. They couldn't stop me. So if he gets one early, going to the outside and around it after a Reader pushes the pocket, that's when it's vital to hit that spin move, and that's when he can start racking up the sacks. That does put you in the Defensive Player of the Year category, like we've been talking about all season with the addition of DJ Reader.
And the reason why they had to do that, I mean, for multiple reasons, but the reason why is they've been phenomenal at stopping the run. Like, you could call AG a bad defensive coordinator and whatever, have whatever your stance is, but he is phenomenal at manufacturing a run-stopping defense. It's been that for 3 years now. Maybe 2.5. It's more so the back half of that first year. But the reason why it's beneficial to us is, like, you put the offense in passing situations, you know they're going to be passing the ball all the time. That's when you're prone to make mistakes. That's when a bad throw could be made, or a defender making a play on that ball, or even just getting to the quarterback and having a strip sack or forcing a bad throw, whatever it may be. That's why you want the quarterback to throw nonstop.
Yes. And that's what happens. That's why Stafford threw the ball 50 times.
Yes.
It's because they literally, if you run the ball, you lose yards. So they're not going to keep doing that. I love the scenario, even with the weapons he has at his disposal, of Baker Mayfield throwing the ball 50 times, because I bet at least 2 of those don't go to the right spot. So we'll see. I'm excited for this game. It should be this is a fun team. It's a good team we're playing, and we're about to have our guy Sammer on pretty soon.
Yep. He's going to come out at 5:45.
5:45, perfect.
Sammer from the Loose Cans podcast. That's a Buccaneers show.
That's the Florida heavyweights.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. They're plugged in, though.
They're awesome.
Yeah, their best friends are Jason Light.
They're legit.
But when we come back, we'll talk about Jack Campbell AG kind of explained the Jack Campbell snap count and why he was off the field in certain moments. But first, tell us about Feldman Chevrolet.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit feldmanauto.com to find the location nearest you. And catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around. Who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of. And guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody!
Woodward and Maine on game day. Make sure you are checking out Woodward and Maine with insight from Detroit sports media legend Terry Foster and rising star Matt Broder. It's every Sunday, 8 to 9 a.m., Woodward and Maine. And after that, make sure you guys check out the New Holland Brewing Company Lions pregame show. It's at Second Best Bar in Detroit every Sunday, 10 a.m. to noon on Woodward Sports with Sean Belegian and Neil Rule. Brought to you by Tangerine Space Machine, Tuller, your local drink, Sabbath Coffee, and Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Check it out. Second Best Bar in Detroit.
All right. Did Scooble get the loss? That's what I was trying to
No, Scooble did not get the loss.
Okay. All right.
If you lose or if you leave the game with the lead, you will never get the loss.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to ask.
But unless your team wins, you won't get the win either.
Yeah.
If your team loses, you get just a nothing.
That's what I meant when I asked that earlier.
Yeah.
All right. Back to the Detroit Lions. Did I send you the video on AG talking about Jack Campbell?
Yes, you did.
All right, so earlier in the week we kind of talked about it. It was obviously not all off season, but in OTAs, speaking to the linebacker coach Calvin Shepard, speaking to AG, they've been kind of hyping up Jack Campbell, finally taking over that Mike position. And here comes game one, and he's limited in snaps. Not limited. He's played the most out of all the rest of the guys still, but out in certain moments. And everyone's kind of wondering why AG finally got to answer that question today.
What was kind of the thinking behind that strategy?
Because we have different packages for different players. And all those guys deserve to play. And I think I've said this since I've been here. When you're a good player, we're going to try to find a way to put you on the field. And all those guys deserve it. So we have different packages for each player. The thing is, Barnes is just in a lot of different positions.
That's my bad. I actually cut that clip a little bit earlier than it was supposed to be. But, it provides context. It does make sense. Like, as much as we have high hopes for Jack Campbell, I still think he could achieve what we hope he can be.
Yeah.
Taking at pick 19, there's obviously still some way he has to make. Last year in this game, in the playoffs against the Buccaneers, it was Derek Barnes who sealed the deal with that interception.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe at this point in their careers, they view Barnes as the better coverage guy. And in fairness to Jack Campbell, I get he was a first-round pick, but, how many times have we seen it? Jamison Williams, first-round pick. We're not really seeing the fruits of his labor until year 3.
Yeah.
Derek Barnes, I know, taken a little bit later. I think he was a third-round pick. Didn't see the fruits of his labor until year 3. I think it's a common thing with, the way Brad Holmes draft. They draft for, obviously, you draft everyone to be, what they project to be. Some people you draft, though, like Aiden Hutchinson, he's going to be fucking good right away.
Yeah.
But Jack Campbell, it may very well be one of those things that need to simmer in the pot a little bit more before you see him be like all-pro or Pro Bowler. It still maybe happen this year.
Yeah, it very well could. And I hate to take this route because it's kind of boring, but I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if Jack Campbell doesn't play a snap this year. If we are winning, if we win the Super Bowl, that means nothing to me. I expect him to be good. I hope he's good. He's a first-round pick. But if he's not and we still win the Super Bowl, I don't give a shit. That's all that matters this year. That is the only thing that matters this year. I don't care about the developmental players. It sounds bad, but I don't. I don't care if these guys don't play or guys that I like aren't performing as long as we win games. That is the only thing that matters. So go out there, win games, win the Super Bowl, and then figure out what you're going to do.
Do you hit more than you miss?
Yeah.
We're not saying Jack Campbell's a miss yet by any means, but do you hit more than you miss? And the answer is yes with Brad Holmes. I trust in this guy. He obviously scouted out Jack Campbell for a reason. Do we know what he excels at yet in the NFL? I don't think we do yet. We don't know what Jack Campbell excels at yet. But we give him time to develop. Obviously, we are winning games, Spenmo, to your point. I don't give a shit if he doesn't play a snap the rest of the season. If this team gets to the Super Bowl, wins it like we're all expecting. So, yeah, I'm not stressing out about Jack Campbell. And I think the questions are going to keep on coming if the snap count goes down. But if we're still winning, I don't care how many questions this guy or AG has to answer about Jack Campbell.
Yeah, I'm not tripping at all either. And again, I'm not even tripping on just Jack Campbell, the player, yet either. Le'Veon Enrique, who received the sack in the last game as well. It's just some of these guys are going to take time to cook up. It is what it is. That's how the National Football League works. That's why I got that pizza earlier in the week because I was like, let's chill on Jack Campbell. The one that surprised me right away, though, Laporta. That was knucking futz. He literally almost set the all-time rookie record, but typically, a lot of tight ends, you don't see that till year 2 or year 3 sometimes. he just hit the ground running right away. And even last week, you could say it's a bad game, but then looking at the season and his record-breaking season he had last year, he had games like that. Tight ends aren't wide receivers. They're going to have games where they're only getting like 40 to 50 yards.
And it's the same when you look at Jack Campbell. It's not like he had a bad year last year.
No, not at
like
all.
he was second on this team in tackles. He had a successful year for a rookie quarterback or linebacker, even as a first-round pick.
Yeah.
He looked good, and he looked bad, and he looked good. That's what's going to happen. We were just blessed with 3 phenomenal rookies.
Yeah.
And our first-round pick was the one that didn't perform compared to the other ones.
Christian Gonzalez taken before him, right?
Yes.
Okay. That'd be the only time I'd ever pitch.
Canty.
Yeah.
Canty was after.
Canty was after.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not. Nobody's.
Go ahead.
Real quick, just Jack Campbell, when he did get his one start last season without Anzalone in the lineup, did great against the New Orleans Saints. And his one time when he didn't have Anzalone that was going off, Jack Campbell did great against New Orleans. So let's not forget that Anzalone be excelling right now and becoming that guy at linebacker is probably taking a step away from Jack Campbell. And nobody's stressing out here. Nobody's calling him a bust right now.
And that's the role that he plays. I don't want Jack Campbell to play Malcolm Rodriguez's role.
Statistically,
I don't want Jack Campbell to play Derek Barnes' role. I want Jack Campbell to be Alex Anzalone, but you got Anzalone out there playing like a Superman, so you can't take him out of the game. Like Nick said, when we saw Jack in that role, he looked good.
Yeah.
So if Anzalone wasn't the best linebacker in the NFL in week 1, then I'm sure Jack Campbell would have been getting more run. But Jack Campbell isn't built to play outside linebacker. Like, he is your middle, he's your Mike. Like, so because Anzalone's playing so well, you have to keep him in the game.
It's like, I mean, I know he's a will by trade, but last year he ended up being one of the best coverage linebackers in the entirety of the NFL. Like by the numbers. That's what he was. And, yeah, in certain situations, this is what you got to go with. You got to go with the best player that gives you opportunity to win the game.
Yeah. And that's the thing about this roster construction. This is why this team is in the position it's in. We all talk about the long window because of the youth and the talent we have that's so young, but how you supplement that with veteran pieces that can contribute right now so that these players aren't put in positions where they have to develop right now. So it is ultimately he's in the best situation possible for him where he can play and get the reps, or he can sit and develop that way. Like this is a team that's going to be that's building a winning culture that is a winning culture, and that's great for him. So right now, I have no doubts that he can come in and be productive. Can he be first-round pick superstar productive? That is yet to be seen. But right now, we know he's a productive player, and we got other productive players. So it's just I don't care who plays. I care about the results, like we've all said. So,
speaking of that draft class, someone you guys brought up, Elijah Cansey, another did not participate in practice today. However, he was on the field. Just a little update on that one. I think that's
what about
a key.
do we have the lines updated?
The lines updated, yeah. So Marcus Davenport didn't participate. Carlton Davis is back.
What the fuck?
Kirby Joseph back, limited. And Fonte Melifonwu did not participate. Sorry, I read that wrong. And then DJ Reader, full practice. That's 2 consecutive days of full practice now for him. This was the target date for him to play. I think we might see a little bit of DJ Reader this week. Penei Sewell out as well.
Penei, I'm not worried.
Yeah.
Kirby, I'm not worried. Davenport, I'm a little worried.
Penei is probably just maintenance, honestly.
Yeah.
I bet we see a lot of those for Penei Sewell this year, like we did with
Yep.
Ragnow and Decker and all those guys last year. Like he doesn't need to practice that much.
Yeah, another guy for because I think it was Ben. It was either Ben or Scotty Montgomery, but they made note like is Cansey playing. So that's definitely a plus if he's not. If he is, I know he's still young in the game. People say he hasn't made a name yet. I beg to differ. You watch the tape; he's actually a dog. I'm hoping he's not healthy.
Davenport, you worried at all, Easy? Due to his injury-riddled past.
I want to say no. For some reason, something in me just telling me it's because look back at training camp. He was kind of out all training camp, and then he come back. He was ready to play week 1, but he was out all training camp. So maybe something he's just nursing the entirety through. I don't know.
Do you think this could be the game plan for him specifically because he is so injury prone?
Marcus
Maybe he only
Davenport?
practices like once a week.
I would not be surprised in that either. I would love that for sure. I mean, if that's what it takes to keep him fresh,
Exactly.
you do that. That makes a lot of sense. I hope that's why.
I mean, he's a physical freak.
speaking of the Buccaneers, and someone may be familiar with Marcus
what
Davenport, the Buccaneers. And someone who may be familiar with Marcus Davenport because he once played for the New Orleans Saints. We have him on. My guy Sammer from Loose Cannons Podcast joined the show. What up, man?
What is up, guys?
Appreciate you joining us again, sir.
Oh, I like that. You guys aren't so bad up there in Detroit.
Yeah, we're nice over here, especially when we know we're gonna clap that ass on Sundays. So.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we got a little bit of unfinished business with you guys. But speaking of Davenport, good luck with that dude, man. And you guys are gonna have him on the injury report every single fucking week, and it's just gonna be the same thing over and over again. And when he does play, you don't even realize he's on the field. So good luck with that. Good rotational,
he had half a
special
sack
teamers.
week 1.
Yeah, great. Well, that's about half of his stat line for the season. So good luck with all that.
It's funny you said that. We had you on as soon as the trade was made. Breaking news: Carlton Davis Jr. also on the injury report this week. Playing though, he was back today.
Yeah, he's back to practice today.
He's on there.
Yeah, that's how he does it. But it's on game day when he gets injured again and again. And listen, he did what we talked about, didn't he? He's up and down, inconsistent. Hands made of bricks at times. I believe he dropped a pick for you guys in week 1. So, yeah, I mean, I think he's a dog when he's really focused. It's just, can you get him that way all the time, and can you keep him healthy? And, availability is the best ability in the NFL. That's usually how guys' careers, come and go. So,
yeah,
we'll see.
Speaking of that, I mean, just for this week, obviously it's not been a problem in his career, but Antoine Winfield is out. What type of player is replacing Antoine Winfield in there, and are you nervous for seeing Jameson Williams go for 130 yards in week 1?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to most likely use their nickel back / backup safety, Izzy, and he's going to play back there. He's a little bit of a playmaker. He's shorter and smaller in terms of stature compared to Antoine. But remember, we picked up Jordan Whitehead in the offseason for a reason, and that was because we needed somebody next to Antoine to kind of shore up the back end, because that was really one of our biggest weaknesses. We had Ryan Neal back there who had no idea what he was doing. And so you bring in a Jordan Whitehead, he's a physical guy, he can play all over the field. And Izzy's very similar to him. He's just a little bit smaller. Without Antoine, obviously, massive dip in terms of talent, but the guys I think can still overcome if they play sound football. And you just got to, keep things in front of you. It's not like the Lions are undefeated the last 2-3 years. There's still ways to beat everyone in the NFL. So I think they got to just make sure that they play sound, but the pass rush is a big deal too for the Bucs in a game like this. You got to get after Goff. You guys know that. Get pressure up the middle with him. That's usually, a recipe for success for the defense, but we don't know if Kalijah Kancey's even going to go.
Yeah.
So that's a big part of that push up the middle, but we still got Vita Vea. So it'll be interesting to see how Todd Bowles uses his defensive guys, because he likes to be very exotic and multiple. But without a guy like Antoine, who's a jack of all trades and kind of like a Swiss Army knife for the defense, he does have a rookie in Tyke Smith out of Georgia, who's an absolute dog, by the way. Like literally a dog, though, because he's from Georgia. Yeah. So he does a lot of similar stuff. But he plays nickel. You usually don't want your rookie drinking out of a fire hose, playing outside quarter, playing safety, all that. So that's why Izzy's moving out there. They're comfortable with Tyke playing that role in there. And maybe you see them mix them up between those three. We've seen some 3 safety looks in the past. Another guy that has been nicked up. He had a concussion last week. Was the starting corner in Zion McCollum. So Zion McCollum looked to be back at practice today. Was not wearing a non-contact jersey, so that's usually good news. We're hoping he's through the protocol in time, and then you have at least a more comfortable look. You got your 2 starting corners. They got to just do their job. Your middle linebackers got to do their job, especially against what you guys like to do. And then just hope that your safeties are sound and in the right place and communicate. So, the good thing for us, at least, is that those guys have all played so much over the last few years because of a Carlton injury all the time that they kind of all have really good communication, with the exception of Tyke, who's the rookie, obviously.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, going off of that, if Tyke, the rookie, is starting at nickel, does that concern you going up against Amon-Ra St. Brown? I mean, he obviously didn't have a great first game, but he is one of, if not the best slot receiver in the NFL.
I mean, yeah, I think he not having a good game in the first week means that he's going to try to go off in week 2. So I believe that Jamel Dean is more likely going to be matched up with him more often than not. But listen, Tyke Smith wasn't very heralded out of Georgia because there were so many guys on that team. But if you go back and watch his tape, he was the alpha dog in the secondary for that team. It just he was overshadowed by so many other stars, which again happens with Alabama players or Georgia players, teams like that, Texas guys. So I wouldn't be too worried about him. He's a faster guy. He's a ball hawk. I just don't anticipate that matchup's going to happen as often as you guys think. Of course, it's up to your offensive coordinator to make that matchup happen too. But I do believe that Jamel Dean fares better against him. And when he's playing man press against him, he does really, really, really well. If you guys go back and look at the games he played with you against last year, when he was in man press, I believe he was almost shut down in terms of the way Jamel played. But then, he dropped the pick in the end zone. So I think he's got some unfinished. Like, you guys don't understand. That pick he dropped led him to catching balls from a jugs machine every day for the entire offseason. That's how much it mattered to these guys, right? And I think they understand that you can be a good corner and you can shut guys down. But if you drop picks, you drop picks and interceptions, like that's the thing that matters the most. That's a game-changing play. And in the playoffs, any one of those could be the game. So these guys are coming in with a bigger chip on their shoulder than you guys realize. So it's going to be fun. But I do think because of what we have going on the defensive side, it might be one of those old school. It's weird to say old school, but like one of those shootouts,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If you guys, like, I think our defense has improved as well. Like, but you guys missing so much in the secondary. What was Josh Hayes to your guys' defense? Was he a starter? Was he? What was that?
He's a rotational guy. He's a backup guy. He was only playing because McCollum got that concussion. The ref pulled him out of the game, and then next thing you know, Hayes in there. Hayes and I believe Bryce Hall were playing that backup role. They both ended up getting injured. Bryce Hall for the entire year. I believe he broke his tibia and his ankle. So it was a pretty gruesome injury. We didn't get to see the replay, but it's definitely a season-ending type of scenario. Could be a career-ending, depending on the severity and how it heals. So wish him the best, obviously. But I'm curious with you guys, what's going on with the offensive line? Is it normal for your all-pro left tackle to just not practice, or what's going on there? Does it look like he's completely out of the game, or is he just not practicing just because
he dealt with this?
They're trying to save
rolled
him?
up his ankle in the offseason, and if I'm not mistaken, he rolled that same ankle up during last week's game. So I think it's more so a rest than anything. I mean, the guy of his caliber, I feel like one of these agents would have broke the news, a Schefter or something, where it was something scarier than that. I think Penny's good to go. He's just third year in. He's allowed some veteran rest now.
Yeah, he's a Dimsdale double dad now, so he's gonna worry about chasing the kids around too.
Yeah, once you get that bread like that, you got to preserve the product.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's him and Tristan Wirfs now at the top in terms of like the two top dogs, in my opinion. And I believe they're getting paid like that. Tristan Wirfs, I think, is the highest paid left tackle right now, or offensive lineman, I believe, in the entire NFL. So, it'll be that's a big one for you guys, because if we're gonna get to you guys and beat you, I believe it's with the pass rush. And it's Goff isn't Jay Daniels, who had the stats are a little deceiving in the scoreboard when you look back at that game with Week 1, but he had 88 yards rushing, but that was because he really had nothing else he could do, and he's just a superior athlete, and sometimes you're just going to break contain. I don't think I'm too worried about Goff doing that, but he is sneaky too at the same time.
He had a nice Rodgers, right? 6-yard run for a first down. He turned the corner on a linebacker.
He was perfect in overtime.
Yeah, he was apparently 9 out of 10 runs, but yeah, sure, whatever. And swing past the running back, great job. It tells me a lot that they said, let's just get the ball out of Goff's hands. But another part of this game too, you guys got to think about is like, you guys faced the Rams last week, right? And they were nicked up on offense. They didn't have their full, wide receiver core, but they run a very, very similar offense to what the Bucs run. So it kind of goes twofold. You guys get practice against what you're about to face, but then we also get to kind of cheat a little bit and see what didn't work and did work, what not to do, what to do. But I will say our receiving core is way better than the Rams in what you guys were facing. It was Tyler Johnson, right? Buccaneer legend in the playoffs, don't get me wrong. But it's Tyler fucking Johnson, okay? It's not Mike Evans. It's not Chris Godwin. And these guys and listen, Chris Godwin is in a new offense in terms of his role.
Cooper Kupp caught 14 balls. Like he was their biggest role.
Yeah.
What do you got against white guys?
Yeah, it's true.
I'm about to say Cooper Kupp's role is what Godwin is in this offense now. He had 8 balls this past week. He was third in Godwin. It was like anytime we needed the first down, it was literally third in Godwin. And they knew it in the Washington Commanders, and they had nothing they could do about it. So now we're coming in with a more physical and a larger human being and a fucking alien, if you're asking me, about Chris Godwin doing what Cooper Kupp did to you guys with the Mike Evans on the other side.
Don't act like Chris Godwin's better than Cooper Kupp. not.
I'm not saying he's better. No, that's not what I'm saying. But if you watch what he's doing right now, and when he really, really, really shined in the NFL, it was when BA put him in that role as the slot receiver. The Larry Fitzgerald role that he kind of invented, the Hines Ward role that he had when he was a OC in Pittsburgh. So now you got Chris Godwin doing that, but doing it with the McVay tree of offense and routes and all that. So it's going to be a matchup you guys have to keep your eye on, because you guys can't just key in on that. You have Mike Evans and you have the rookie J-Mac, who's a dog. So it'll be curious to see how you guys match up your rookie corner, who did not look good in week 1, honestly. But he's a rookie, so I completely understand that.
Yeah,
he had a couple of pass interferences in a row, gave up a touchdown.
The first one was weak. The second one was
legit.
Obvious pass interference. He was holding his arm.
But they're going to – but in the NFL, you guys know, you're going to pick on the rookie no matter what.
Yeah.
You're going to go after that guy over whoever the fuck else you guys got. Carlton Davis? I mean, we might do that too. Who knows?
Revenge game.
That's one question I wanted to ask is because the Rams just completely abandoned the run because they couldn't get anything going. The Lions have – they had the second best run defense last year. And week 1 – I know he's a rookie, but Graham Barton was the worst graded run block for an offensive lineman in the NFL. And we have DJ Reader coming back this year. Are you comfortable with Baker Mayfield throwing the ball 50 times like we saw Matt Stafford do?
They're not going to do that. I guarantee they're
not. If they run the ball, it's not.
They're not running the ball.
Yeah, they're not going to run the ball.
What do you mean?
I took Rashad White's under on rushing yards. It was 45.5.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Again, there's similar offenses, but I think the Bucs have better talent across the board in their front 5 than the Rams do. 100%.
I would agree.
And Graham Barton, on that grading scale, again, some of that is give and take. I'm sure you guys have seen your grades and be like, how the fuck is this even possible?
Yeah.
He actually had some really, really good reps on top of that. But again, rookie. So, yeah, I am a little concerned against your guys' interior pass rush, because that was kind of the weakness we had, and they can't have some of the plays that happen with the Commanders happen with you guys. You can't get blown up in the backfield 4 or 5 times in a game. It just doesn't work in the NFL. So how they established a run, eye candy, the motion that they like to use, a lot of the same Sean McVay type of stuff. But again, we have a better front 5, and I believe we have a better 1-2 punch at running back than what the Rams put out. And plus, it's a little bit more difficult when you're down to one guy.
Kyron Williams is better than Rashad White, man.
You go watch the tape. Rashad White had 1,500 total yards last year and almost had 1,000 yards on the ground. He was right there with
shit, catch the ball.
McCaffrey. That's even worse. In a predictable offense, when we were also running the ball on 2nd and 18. I mean, and you guys saw what he did to you in the playoffs with a screen pass. He's a very capable back. He doesn't get a lot of love because
he's good at passing.
He's a fantastic pass catching.
We're talking about running the football, though.
He cannot run the ball on the Lions offense or the Lions defense.
Maybe not against the Lions defense. My point is that it's a very different scheme when you have a guy that knows how to scheme the run game as opposed to Dave Canales literally running on 2nd and fucking 18. You saw what his offense looked like with Carolina last week? He had 8 passing yards in the first half, dude. We were happy that he took the job. I couldn't wait for that pretty motherfucker to leave.
I thought you loved him.
Can we cuss on this show, by the way?
Oh, yeah, you can say whatever you want.
Okay. I've been off
on
it right It's okay.
I thought you loved Canales. What happened?
Nah, he's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. He's a gorgeous human being. Right? And I appreciate that as another gorgeous human being. But dude cannot call a game, dude. He's a good teacher. Don't get me wrong. He's a good coach, quarterback coach. That guy can't call plays. And I mean, it's on display now. You guys saw that he couldn't call plays. I mean, you guys saw it in week, what was it, 3 or 4 last week? And when you guys came home for that terribly ugly creamsicle game.
Yeah.
I mean, guys,
when we took over
the guy's not a good player. Yeah,
I thought you made some good calls in the playoff game. That was actually closer than expected. I'm not gonna lie.
A lot of what we did well last year on offense was guys just being hot at the right time, defense screwing up, or Baker just kind of pulling something out of his ass. Honestly, and when you watch the totality of it, it was just infuriating to watch a guy call a run on 2nd and 18 when you're down 7 points and 2 minutes left. It was I'm glad he's with the Carolina Panthers.
Did he do that in the playoff
for sure?
Was that
he had some head scratchers against you guys in the third quarter. I was like, dude, we're down. What are we doing right now? I mean, we can't run the ball. Why are we running the ball? And he did that all year. You just run the ball, and he said it. We're gonna have to keep running it until we get it. Like, dude, this isn't fucking practice. We're gonna lose the game. Stop calling the run.
I got sound guy Nick
nuts,
in the
dude.
booth. He got a question for you.
He was in Tampa last year for the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys did a great job at that tailgate. The Lions and Bucks, it's a 7.5-point spread, which is the second biggest spread of the weekend. Are you nervous that this Lions offense just completely erupts after being rusty in that first week?
I think both offenses are going to erupt, honestly. I really do. It just comes down to who's going to turn the ball over, who protects the ball, and who can make the plays that matter. You know, field goals and touchdowns are going to matter in this game. I really do think that both offenses are going to – I don't see us being able to stop you guys consistently enough without an Antoine back there, and who knows how healthy Zion is. We don't even know if he's going to play yet. So we are definitely going to be missing a Kalijah Kancey next to Vita Vea. These guys will have to play a really, really, really sound game on defense to try to sneak one away, and maybe a couple of Goff, a couple Goff interceptions, some signature Goff fumbles in the pocket might help us out. But I think both offenses have the potential in this game to explode. Like I said, I really do think it'll be one of those shootout type scenarios. So I would take the over regardless.
Yeah. One more, I'll let you get going. I apologize for holding you so long. How did that pass rush look last week without Kalijah Kancey? I know Yaya Diaby is the other guy you got there. You drafted Chris Braswell. Who was putting in work? I mean, it's the Commanders, but
yeah,
how'd it look?
I mean, it's a little hard to gauge because you have this really athletic quarterback in Daniels, and so I think their game plan was to get him to make a decision quicker than he wanted to, leave the pocket quicker than he wanted to. And when he got out of the pocket, our linebackers just simply didn't get him down. So I do think the pass rush got after him pretty well. We had some really nice sacks in terms of, the pressures themselves without blitzing. But Kalijah Kancey is a type of player. When he's not there, he will be missed, regardless of the guys around him, because he makes it almost impossible to figure out who you're going to block inside. You can double team Vita if there isn't a Kalijah Kancey. When there's a Kalijah Kancey in there, this guy's an absolute dog. Like, I agree with Easy. Like, he doesn't have his name across the NFL yet, but he has a lot of traits that you'd be like, okay, this guy's going to be a star. Yeah. You guys saw what he did. He gave us an extra possession last year in that playoff game with the play he made on that last possession you guys had. So
against our
when he's in the game, yeah, and that's the type of stuff that he flashed consistently throughout the year last year when he finally got on the field. But when he's in the game, it's different. When you can't double team Vita, you can't double team him. You got to pick your poison, and he automatically elevates everybody else around him. So when he's not there, it's a little bit easier to key in on guys. And the Bucs, like I said, will have to figure out ways to get exotic while having zone back there, but also not too much zone because a guy like Goff is going to pick that apart. Yeah. So like that, most guys in the NFL, if they know what they're doing, they're going to eat up your zone. So you got to find the right ways to do it. And that's my concern is how are they going to mix it up? How are they going to make up for him not being there? Because you guys do arguably have the best front five right now. AQ Shipley on Pat McAfee show, he had highlighted you guys a couple of times this past week or on Tuesday, I believe it was. So you guys are up there. So it'll be a good test for us, but I do think that the team had this game circled. I know you guys don't take any matchups lightly with MCDC up there doing his thing. So it'll be a dogfight, man. It's going to be a fun game to watch, and it'll be a shootout, though, and it'll be fun. And we'll see how, maybe, like I said, I'm praying for Goff to do what he did against the Packers last year, where he just fumbled 35 times and threw 12 picks in like 4 possessions. So
yeah, we were missing some of that core 5 when that happened.
Yeah, we were missing a couple of that core 5. Well, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, he had a little stretch though. He had a stretch like 2 or 3 games where he looked absolutely horrible. Right, I believe it started at the Christmas or Thanksgiving.
Since 2016, he and Josh Allen are tied for the most turnovers in the NFL. That's like he needs to be protected
for sure. And
so that's why you guys run the ball well. I think it starts there, regardless, right? For both teams, if you guys stop our run, we stop your run.
What is your run defense? Like,
Vita Vea.
Yeah,
Levante David.
Yeah, I mean, you have a guy. Vita Vea takes up 2.5 bodies, man. I mean,
that's why I'm so happy to get DJ Reader back.
Yeah, he's a plug too. I think these teams are very similarly built. Honestly, you guys are just more of a experienced offensive line. We finally updated the physicality that we lacked in the middle with our left guard and with our center last year with Graham Barton and getting Brennison from the Giants. So Graham's going to be a dog, dude. He's going to be an absolute stud for a long time in the NFL. He's a smart kid too on top of that. So he's going to be doing things that we haven't seen since the likes of Ryan Jensen. So he's not as angry as that guy, but he plays angry. I'm fine with it. He could be really nice off the field at that point, but it's also a different offense. So it'll be interesting to see how it's going to be a lot of back and forth. This is not, I don't think either team blows out the other in this one, but it's going to feel like the playoffs for sure, dude. It's going to be like, this was one I had circled. I know they had circles. I've talked to Baker and those guys. They've had this game circled. Yeah. So I don't know how much you guys are going to take us lightly or not, but if it's an MCDC coach team, I think you guys would be ready to.
They won't. Yeah,
they're
not taking anybody.
I love the fact that both the first 2 games in this schedule were these back-to-back playoff games. I mean, most teams probably hate it, but like that helped a guy like MCDC, who's a master motivator, keep these guys on their fucking ass, on their toes. Like we don't get a break here. These guys, both these teams are waiting to knock your heads off. You guys especially, one loss during the regular season in your home, and then the playoffs too.
Yeah, that first matchup was very different team too. But last year in the playoffs, I thought that was we just lost to the better team. We didn't make enough plays, and that's going to happen. But that game's gone. It's not the same team. It's not the same offense. Not the same offensive line. So it'll be interesting to see how they use these guys. We got a little dude, very similar 1-2 punch that you guys have built with Montgomery and Gibbs. We've got our guy Bucky Irving out of Oregon, who's he's a fun dude to watch. I'm not.
He's fun. He's fun. He's fun. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying we have a much different attack in terms of
I think he's a better runner.
We don't have to have.
I think he's a better runner than Rachaad White. I think Rachaad White's a better receiver, but I think Bucky might be the better pure running back.
He just hits the hole with this reckless abandon, and Rachaad has more of a Le'Veon Bell type of approach. But one of the things they worked out in the offseason with him was just hit the hole. But remember, you guys didn't watch us play throughout the regular season last year. It's a lot of indecisiveness when you have an offensive line that's letting guys tackle you while you're getting the ball handed off to you. So at some point, he was just like, I don't even know where the fuck to go.
I'm not hit yet? Oh,
that
shit.
affected. And that creates bad habits. It creates bad habits, just like quarterbacks like, Carr's older brother when he was at the Texans, where he just like automatically assumed he's going to get destroyed every play. Rachaad built up some bad habits last year. And in the offseason, they worked hard on him hitting the hole, and he looked different this past week. But again, sometimes we still had guys get blown up in the backfield. 5 times I counted where there were guys in the backfield on top of him, and you're like, that cannot happen against the Lions, because you can't be in 2nd and 12, 2nd and 13 against a team like that, because that predictability is just too easy for a good team. Yeah. But we'll see, man. You guys, I think your weakness is your secondary and kind of a little bit in your linebacking core. But again, it starts up front for you guys. You guys create havoc up there. Everything else looks better, feels better, and operates better. So, but that's with most teams in most cases, honestly.
I'm going to let you get going, man. We got to pay some bills.
Appreciate
Before our
you
audience is not familiar with you, explain what you got going on over there, and let them know it's on the docket tonight, because I'll be making an appearance if they're going to know last time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. First of all, I don't even know how that even counts. You didn't play on the game. You guys can check us out, and my boy Poppy Latte and Stank Bastard. Yes, that's his actual legal government name. On the Loose Cannons podcast on YouTube, which is youtube.com/@Loose Cannons podcast. And of course, check out the all new the813.tv, the website and media company that we just launched that hosts a litany of just Buccaneer content. We have a writing staff. We have content creators. We've got tons of awesome content in there. We've even got some NFL gambling shows and things of that nature. So check out the813.tv for more. And, we'll see you guys later tonight around 7:20-ish. We'll have Easy hop in around 7:45, 7:50. It'll probably make you wait like you made me wait, because that was some bullshit. Okay.
Hey, you said 5:45.
I'm just saying, you saw me. I was looking pretty on the camera. You couldn't just let me through, man. You were talking. You guys were like making it. You're extending it too. You're like, what do you guys think of this 3rd string linebacker? What are we gonna? Come on, dude.
We were talking about OnlyFans girls at the start of the show.
Yeah, last year OnlyFans creators made more than the NBA salaries combined.
That's our fault.
The NBA salaries or WNBA salaries?
NBA with 4.4 billion versus 6.6.
Throw the graphic up real quick.
Yeah.
That's our as men we have failed. Yeah, 6.6 billion. For
or have we? Or maybe we've succeeded. I mean, it feels like we succeeded. Somebody's paying those bills. Somebody's giving those girls that money, man. I'm telling you. Someone's buying those girls cars. Someone's getting those girls those new Beamers.
Stank Bastard's buying
Stank subscribe.
Yeah, jars of toenails or something.
I'm pretty sure Stank's got a couple of. I mean, I have mammothmuslim.com. You guys ever want to check that out? You guys are definitely welcome to do that. But Easy, you gonna make sure you're not on that Detroit dial-up this time when you join the show, or
was it bad last time?
Can we get you from the studio?
It was a little choppy.
What?
Yeah, I'll
Dude, it sounded like you were dialing to like one of the dumpsters behind the fucking Canes up there. Or something. I mean, you gotta. Can we get you from the studio? What the fuck?
Yo,
man?
we'll figure something out. I don't know how that happened. I might have been.
You were at home, I think.
No, I was back there.
You're back there. Oh.
I had my voice is gone.
Bro. Homeboy, you had Homeboy on a ThinkPad. He had an IBM ThinkPad, okay? He was like, where's that little red dot? How do I navigate this thing? Dial it up, dude. I mean, he was just like, we look beautiful.
Making us look bad.
I might have been on this internet instead of back there.
Back there.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, dude, go to the McDonald's down the street, Easy, and just get on that. Like, buy a McDouble or McChicken, whatever the fuck they call them now. Dude. I don't go there, but yeah, buy whatever they got. Hop on the dollar menu if they still got that. It's probably like the $17 menu now.
The $8 menu.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
The $8. Come on in, spend $35. And we'll pretend it's good.
Still be hungry. Yeah.
I appreciate you joining, man.
Also, go home with diarrhea. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. I can't eat Taco Bell no more.
You better be ready tonight.
Oh, I'm ready. I hope you're ready.
You can't eat Taco Bell. What happened?
Oh, no, I'm just too old. I'm like, what's
He's old. He's like 36.
It's just I'm on the toilet too long the next day. I'm beatboxing on the toilet like 3 hours later.
You shouldn't be eating Taco Bell like anyway in general, by the way. Like
pretty bad grade food.
Like what's your nationality?
I'm mixed.
He's ambiguous.
Yeah, I'm big. I'm racially
He likes
ambiguous.
to keep it so he can say a lot of different things and never get in trouble.
You look like you would know where to go to get a good taco, is all I'm saying. Like, why are you going to Taco Bell? Why are you going to Taco Bell?
We do got Southwest
Detroit. We got Southwest Detroit. That's like tacos in Southwest Detroit.
Listen.
Like, that's like me going to some, like, fast food Greek joint. Like,
Listen,
that's where I get my
slap,
shawarma. No,
I can't discount a good
I know.
gordita.
I got to go find an Arab joint that's in the corner, bars on the doors and the windows. I know that those falafel are going to taste good, right? You know,
none
how
of the
that works.
kitchen staff speaks English.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're really fucking rude to you when you walk in. There's no please and thank you.
What do you want?
My friend, we don't have napkins. Do you want to eat or no? Get the fuck out. That's how you guys know. You guys are up there in Michigan. You guys get it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got my spot.
Yeah.
Boff's by my house. The guys in the back. Can I get more garlic paste, please? He just loads it up. I love it. He's the man.
Yeah, Hamido's for me.
That tahini sauce, dude.
Yes, sir.
It's good on anything. Put that shit in your coffee, bro.
We got
It's
in
phenomenal.
East Lansing when I went to MSU. They got a place called Giorgio's where they do a Euro pizza, and it's like Euro meat, tzatziki, full tomatoes, and diced up onion on. Oh my! Is the best thing best piece of pizza I've ever had in my life.
But is the crust like pizza crust or is it
it's like pizza crust?
Like oh no, it's got to be the Euro, dude. It's got to be come on, man.
It's good. I'm
not a big. I'm a Greek. I eat Greek food, but I'm just saying, like, they stole it from us. So I kind of feel like a certain way when I'm in there, like having a Greek salad. I'm like, I'll eat the Greek salad because we don't do that. But like when they bring a Euro to me, I'm like, yeah, cool, guy. It's your version of it, sure, I guess. Tzatziki's. Check it out with hummus. When you put hummus on it and a little olive oil, nah, we don't need a tzatziki, dude. Fuck that.
Love hummus.
Yeah, but hey, I love the Greeks. Greeks they're solid with me. Yeah, absolutely.
I appreciate you, brother. I'll see you at 7:40ish.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you, man.
Legend.
Oh, he's a legend. Love having him on.
Honestly, no offense to any of our other guests. I know we had some pretty fancy guests. Probably my favorite guest.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Just kicking with the boys.
Yeah.
Hey, Charles.
All right,
they're like you said, they're the Tampa Bay heavyweights, man.
Yes.
I think we got the same vibes.
Yes. Tell us about Guardian Alarm.
Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night. And no Guardian Alarm team member, bless you, Nick, will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work, and people have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
And let them know Woodward Sports sends you. And let me tell you about Caesars Sportsbook. If I told you you could place a bet up to $1,000, and if you lose, you get the money back, you would think I'm crazy, right?
Money bet.
Scan this QR code, enter the code Woodward1000, and if your first bet doesn't hit, you'll get your deposit bet back up to $1,000. That's right, up to $1,000 back just for giving it a shot. Minimum bet just $20. Download the Caesars Sportsbook app today. It's the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Use code Woodward1000 or scan the QR code on the screen. And remember, we get to 200 likes. I'm dropping that Spenny Parlay courtesy of Caesars Sportsbook.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Give your pet the best. Premier Pet Supply. Oh, Lady Jane's. Awesome is when a guy can be a guy and get an amazing haircut. That's Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Stop in, sit back, relax, and let one of Lady Jane's talented stylists make you look and feel great. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome. Now you can give your pet the best with Premier Pet Supply. Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences, the online and big box retailers, with one major difference. They're family and locally owned and operated in over 30 years. They got 60 brands of food and nutrition experts to help you. Same day local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
This guy's checked out.
I'm just really blown again, dude. This pen is, nobody should have gave me this.
You gotta finish that thing.
It's got 2 grams in it, and I got 2 more.
Oh, 2 more?
Yeah, my brother gave me like 3 of them.
Nice.
We're gonna have to steal one from you if you're gonna be. Oh,
not a chance.
This guy's my precious. We'd have to welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live at woodsports.com. He's joined by Spinmo Raxter,
What up, though?
Chris Nicholas Kohloff, a.k.a. Microwave Nick.
Tzatziki Euros. I got Greek blood, a top 5 fluid, says James. Dude,
Tzatziki's great.
Tzatziki could be on my top 5 fluids list.
Yeah.
You guys ever had the spicy? God damn it, I can't talk. Spicy tzatziki sauce.
You want the pen? No, I have not.
I might need the pen.
I have not.
I have not, no.
I'm
telling you, though, that Euro pizza from Giorgio's in East Lansing, best piece of pizza you'll ever eat in your life.
There's this Leo's Coney Island out in like Waterford. I used to work at AT&T out there.
Mhm.
They're the only ones that make their type of tzatziki. I used to get this Greek like salad or Greek pita every day.
Oh, yeah.
So
Dude,
good.
I could eat tzatziki with a spoon. Same with that garlic paste.
It's just gas.
It's
literally gas, actually.
Samers people, the
Yeah.
garlic paste, dude. Oh, my God. Good God.
Were you guys surprised that the spread is 7.5 and that was the second highest spread of the week? Because he did not sound phased at all about that. I've never seen somebody more confident in his team.
I was very surprised. I mean, I guess when you look at the injuries, you could start like adding up. You know, obviously the breakout game with Jameson Williams. You can start making a little bit more sense of that. But no, they're a good team. I thought that was kind of crazy. They're a good team, and I agree. They have every reason to win. I mean, they're obviously not the entirety of that old Super Bowl roster, but a lot of pieces of those guys are there. Lots of winners in that locker room.
Yeah.
They lost twice to us last year. You think they're not pissed off?
They are pissed off. They're gonna come. They're gonna try to do what we did in their house to our house. Unfortunately for them, it's not gonna happen. I'm not worried about it. Like they are
Amon-Ra
not
hitting Baker with the fucking Baker himself. And then going viral again.
I don't care.
Twice over because they did it at the Pro Bowl again too.
Yeah. I don't care how much better this run scheme is or how
they're not running the ball.
Rashad White is not a child of trauma anymore. They're not running the ball on this defense, especially now that we're adding DJ Reader to the mix.
Dude, Rashad White had like 13 carries. He only had like 35 yards.
Yeah,
Like, I'm finished.
Got him.
Yeah, they're not.
But he had
running the
8
ball.
catches for like that. That's
Well,
why he's a
can do that
damn
to
good
us.
receiving back. He's
Yeah.
the new Austin Eckler. Like,
Yeah, he really is.
he'll get a shit ton of catches, but he doesn't run the ball well.
That's actually phenomenal. Yeah, that's what he is. He can do damage there. And he did do damage to us in that playoff game like that. So that's
So,
where but,
I'm telling you, I could picture Brian Branch getting a forced fumble on Rashad White.
Yeah, for
just because
sure.
Baker's gonna be running around looking for something, dump it down. Brian Branch will scream down there.
You know, one of those.
Boom.
Yeah. Because even like going back to like, I get they say Liam Cohen's doing like his own thing, but he's still branching off from Sean McVay. Like he's rooted in Sean McVay's principles. It's very similar to what we've been prepping for with the Rams all year long, all season long. I'm pretty sure, and yeah, I think we'll be good. What can get scary, I guess, is if Brian Branch's assignment does become Rashad White because he's doing so well, and then he's leaning off of Chris Godwin at that point,
And
then it's just a shootout, like he said.
JT Olson says, well, here's the problem. The interior offensive line is still inexperienced. They need some time to play together. Not even that. Good running backs on good running systems don't run the ball on the Detroit Lions. Like, it's not just that, which it plays a factor for sure that they have an inexperienced interior offensive line, but good, like, running backs in between the tackles on teams that run the ball well don't run the ball on the Lions. We have the second best run defense in the NFL last year. We're going to be right up there again this year. Probably the best this year with DJ Reader being in the fold now.
I could be incorrect, and someone have to like do the homework on it. But I'm fairly certain the last running back to go for 100 yards in Detroit Lions was the Panthers game.
Yeah.
In 2022.
There's 2 of them. It was Chuba Hubbard and
they did damage. Don't get me wrong. They fucking went hard.
After that though.
Yeah, and leading up to that too, the run defense was getting there leading up to that game. And that game, the cold, whatever the hell it was, we were caught off guard. And Jared Goff was our leading rusher that game. 15 yards.
Yeah, that was
a good game.
We got slaughtered.
Yeah,
that was the worst. That was the worst game in Dan Campbell's regime.
And I'd be honest with you, I mean, obviously it can happen. It's an any given Sunday. It's the NFL, right? But like that game also, I think, prevents this team from overlooking anybody. And they're definitely not overlooking a division winner.
No.
They gave them a good game last year in this same house, Nick.
And they know that it's one game away. Anything can happen. That one game that you lost to Carolina held you out of the playoffs that year. And then you think about, that could be the one game this year. It's not going to happen because Dan Campbell obviously learned from it. But one game could keep you from defending the den all the way throughout the postseason this year. And that's why they're taking everybody serious. That's why they're not going to overlook the Bucs this Sunday. And that's why I believe it's a 7.5 spread. And when I talked about this offense absolutely exploding after not looking all the best week 1, that's why I think they're going to take care of business handily.
I think Justin Fields had the best rushing game against this defense since then. I think that's the one guy at the quarterback position coming, rushing unexpectedly, not necessarily always designed carries. I mean, last year, you and I got in the argument. The chat loves to say I'm afraid of Desmond Ridder because of no. I was just saying that we're stopping Bijan Robinson entirely last year, and that's the only guy you got to worry about at that point. And that's what happened. Like that's
exactly what happened.
This run defense is
legit.
Yeah, and I promise you, Bucky Irving and Rashad White aren't going to be the ones that break that trend.
Yeah, I love our guy Sammer, but he was getting a little aggressive comparing Rashad White to Kyron Williams and Chris Godwin to Cooper Kupp.
Well, you know what? Hold on. When we see the Ravens did last year. No, Gus Edwards.
They didn't go
64
over
yards.
Yeah.
Come on now. Come on now.
Cartier says we're probably in the black, so that is true. They did make a little.
I forgot.
They made a little announcement. They said dark mode activated.
And then the corny ass Chicago Bears made a post, orange mode. That's not even a fucking thing, bud. You don't download an app and it offers you orange mode. It's not a fucking Nickelodeon.
That is true.
You corny, cornball, goofy motherfucker.
Orange door hinge.
They're just trying to be like Big Bro.
Cannot wait to watch Aiden Hudson put hands on your golden boy, Caleb Williams. Especially if you look like shit last week.
He looked bad.
Under 90 yards, was it?
Who are they playing this week?
Under 100 yards.
I think
they're playing the Texans on
Yeah,
Sunday
Texans.
Night Football.
cooked, dude.
Orange mode activated. All right. It'd be like a bunch of fucking Nickelodeon children.
Orange mode, they're
Come
about
on.
to lose by 30 points is what orange mode is.
What's the documentary for Nickelodeon? The kids that got traumatized?
Oh, I don't know.
Yikes.
Something Snyder.
It's going to be that kind of game.
Texans
Put
are
you that way.
Surviving Snyder.
Yeah.
I picked up the Texans
Surviving
defense.
Shroud is going to be the next one. It's going to come in an orange videotape like those Nickelodeon movies used to.
I saw a clip of CJ Stroud talking about this Sunday, and he was like, yeah, make sure you guys are quiet on offense. That fan base is so hyped that they got CJ Stroud and got rid of Deshaun Watson that they don't even know how to handle it anymore.
Deshaun Watson is probably the most cooked out of anybody ever.
It's crazy.
He is the cookest.
Their own fan base is loud
the
on
most
offense.
well done.
The most
Chef
well done.
Curry with the pot.
He's like
Let him
he's
cook.
like Jeezy in the 80s. Like he is cooking, dude. Let's go to break right now. Fuck it. So it's what are we telling him?
Tell us, Chris.
Well, I was gonna have us triple up at 24, but we can split it.
I don't want to triple up.
All right, then let's do Randy Wise and Soroki's. So Easy, tell us about Randy Wise.
It's the Randy Wise Automotive Team Celebrity Golf Tour, guys. Scan the QR code. It's going to be on the screen shortly. Or just go to woodwardsports.com if you can't find it there. There it is. Check them out. Join our foursomes. Spinny, Shannon Sharp, Michelle, whoever that ended up being. And
Tiny Tina.
Caitlin, whatever from IG, and Tiny Tina.
I would.
Scan the QR code or visit woodwardsports.com, would you? If it meant.
Yeah.
We should
Wait,
not
if
do
I
this in
meant
the
what?
ad read. Just, with a random. Like a random.
If I get to do it with a random to do her,
Yeah.
like we had tag team her.
Yeah.
Yes, 1,000%.
All right, we get the ad stream. We say these kind of things. Get it off. Randy Wise, Automotive Team, guys. Next time you're riding out a car, make the wise decision. Go to Randy Wise.
And let me tell you about Soroki's. Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza has a new limited time offer just in time for football season. Soroki's is debuting their fresh, signature flavored wings. Grab your friends, order a New York style pizza, and add fresh wings for the games this weekend. Try one of their 7 different flavors. Sorokis.com.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
At Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down.
Try out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down. $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts Woodward Sports. It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
What to know where the best pregame Lions party will be on September 15th. Join us at Detroit's very own second best bar located at 42 Watson Street for the ultimate fan experience. Enjoy some smooth Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey while catching the Woodward Sports pregame show. Only at second best bar in Detroit. Might as well check out that chicken sandwich while you're at it. Best in the town. Come get some.
Let me tell you guys about Dispo Dispensary. Not only are they the best and your own local cannabis plug with multiple locations across the great state of Michigan. But right now, they'll also give you $10 off of any purchase made of $25 or more. Just scan the QR code and bring it to the Dispo location. Visit disposhops.com to find one near you. It's Dispo, the local cannabis plug. Must be 21 to participate. A part tipper deck.
A Rabbit Axe Gavin.
Rabbit Axe Gavin! I can't wait. I hope when you guys go there and you say A part tipper deck, like it's part of their slogan, they're just like, what the?
Dude, anything that rhymes with
high
A-part tipper deck, I
is
say it now.
What'd
It's
you
like stuck in my head.
A-part tipper deck?
Yeah.
Rabbit X Gavin?
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Rabbit X Gavin! It's so crazy.
Football.
There's no other way to type that in to find it. Like,
Rabbit Axe Gavin.
Yeah. Hey Siri, A-part tipper deck. All right. Yeah, that spread is crazy to me. It's like, hear me out. I don't give a fuck. San Fran versus the Minnesota Vikings is only a -5.
Really?
That's crazy.
It is in Minnesota, but like,
dude, what?
And then we have a -7.
We're gassing up Minnesota that much after beating the shitty, poopy Giants.
I know, dude.
That's dude. That's a lock. What?
The other crazy one
They
too.
lost to them last year.
That's a lock.
With
That's
a
true.
backup quarterback.
That's a phenomenal.
Everyone
point.
was on the San
Viking-
Fran
okay.
49ers.
That's a lock.
That's fair.
I lost cash on that one, I believe.
That is fair.
Never forget a bet I lost.
The second biggest spread that looks like it's the Ravens. Oh no, the Ravens are.
is the first.
Okay, the
Love you too, Leo Cromartie.
The third is the Cowboys and Saints.
Give me the Saints. No, I'm kidding. We'll do our picks tomorrow.
Picks tomorrow. Presented by Caesar Sportsbook.
I think it'd be a close game. I think. I don't know, man. Maybe I have too much faith in our defense, but if it's a blowout, it's definitely Detroit Lions' favor in that scenario.
Dude, think about McVay. You know, like he had that cooked up. Obviously, they had trouble on the O-line, but I think our defense is going to look really good, to be honest. I think it's going to be similar to last year, but a little bit less of the absolute game-breaking big plays.
Is Marcus Davenport a must-play for that to be for us to hit the -7?
Play James Houston.
James Houston, Levi, Pascal. I would rather have Marcus Davenport for sure.
Definitely liked what I saw.
Yeah. Where is it? 14 Grit said, you crazy sleeping on Vikes. They looked good, but it was the shitty, poopy Giants. The Niners are going to... Dude, did you see what the Niners did to the Jets?
Yeah.
Do you think the Vikings are a better team than the Jets? Because I don't. It could be a bloodbath. They drew first blood.
Yeah, I don't really get.
I mean, they did look better than I expected them to week 1. I'll give them that.
Way better.
They're better than the Bears. I'll say that.
I'll give KOC some credit.
Yeah, KOC deserves credit. Justin Jefferson. I was the one who said Sam Darnold isn't bad.
I was the one who said Sam Darnold.
I like Sam Darnold.
He's a lion killer.
He is a lion killer.
He's a lion killer on the low. We just got done reliving that nightmare last segment without even bringing him up. He was part of that.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
And then the Jets situation too. Well, I mean, this year we got to look back.
That was Fat Trisha though. We don't count that.
Yeah, no, we don't count that shit. You know, he's a podcast now. Bill
San
Belichick.
Francisco hasn't won in Minnesota since the 90s, says Eduardo O'Neill. That's changing.
What?
He says they have San Francisco hasn't won in Minnesota since the 90s.
Yeah, but also how often they played in
They
Minnesota?
probably
since
don't.
the 90s?
Yeah,
like
play
3
too often.
times, 2 times.
Yeah, they're gonna blow out the Vikings. Like they looked so good, and they didn't even have Christian McCaffrey, and they looked that good.
What's the stats on him? Anybody
I don't know.
Yeah, yesterday they're saying it's a long shot, but he also participated in limited fashion.
The other guy's projected to be the starter.
Jordan Mason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look,
on fantasy at least for what that is worth.
What's going on with the Dolphins tonight?
Huh?
Jalen Wright, who's starting for the Dolphins. I know A-Chain's gonna give it a
do they-
go.
is A-Chain
Anytime.
out?
Mosert's
out for sure. I know A-Chain said he's gonna give it a go.
Mosert's out.
Let me paint you a running lane. Oh no, he's not a painter. Mosert's I don't know what I'm doing here.
No, Mozart. Yeah, you're right.
No,
Mozart's.
No, he plays
he's
the
piano.
Plays the
yeah.
piano.
I thought you both.
Let me write you a symphony. No, he doesn't do both.
I'll get it up. I got it.
That man was cooking, dog.
Yeah, he was definitely on some of those.
I love those videos where it's like a dude in the 1400s when he breaks up with his girl, but that new Beethoven drops, and he's like in the car like crying, just bumping Beethoven.
He died.
That shit's funny.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm not worried about them. But let's go to break. Finally get back on track. Chris, what are the breaks?
Swiss and Swiss. Just let's do Swiss.
Shawty got Swiss. Damn girl.
Swiss.
All right.
got Swiss.
Let me tell you about Swiss Insurance, guys. Give them a call, 313-530-1698. Make sure you're insured. Don't be like the Packers with no backup, no insurance behind Jordan Love. 313-530-1698. Or just email them directly, mark@swissins.com. Swiss Insurance Group. Check them out.
Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Hamp for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Main, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Join the best youth movement in Metro Detroit, the best youth football league. That is, the Boys and Girls Club of Southeastern Michigan's 3C Sports League offers youth ages 5 to 14 with 6 exciting teams to choose from in the locations of Belleville, Highland Park, East Point, and Detroit. All coaches are trained, certified, and undergo background checks. You can register for football or cheer at bgcsm.org. Equipment, meals, and transportation are all included with the chance to play the championship at Ford Field for just $175 per child. Put the youth back at youth sports with BGCSM 3C Sports.
That's dangerous tomorrow.
What?
Dangerous.
I just pictured the scene from 40-Year-Old Virgin. Where he's taking the camera and he's like, oh.
That's a great scene.
That's a great movie.
That is a great movie.
Phenomenal movie.
That era of comedy movies, undefeated, dude.
Peak. Seth Rogen was
Superbad,
on fire.
Step Brothers,
Knocked
Pineapple Express, Knocked Up, 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Was the one with the
Anchorman?
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Great
I love
That's
you,
such a
man.
good movie.
Dude, there's so many good.
I don't think I've actually seen I Love You, Man.
Oh, dude, you should. That's one of my
watch it.
favorite. Yeah. It's
What's
just,
the one?
You would love it because it's just Paul Rudd being super awkward. Like,
wait, is that the one where he goes like the retreat, whatever?
no,
like,
that's
suck this dick.
Yeah, that's fuck, what's that called?
This is 40.
Yeah, is that it? Yeah. I don't know.
Suck this.
All right, moving on. Yeah, my friend
Wanderlust.
Wanderlust, that's what it is. Actually, I have a real quick side story. I think I told you this before. But my friend had a situation like that with him and his girl. Like, yeah, this will be open. They went to state.
Yeah.
This kid fucking all the time. He's like, yeah, never doing that again.
Yeah, not a chance.
It's always a good idea until you find out she's way better at getting laid than you are.
Yeah, and she will always be way better at getting laid.
Yeah.
Said any girl ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If my girl asks me for an open relationship, I'm just breaking up with her on the spot. Because that means she's already been fucking somebody.
Yeah. I had one, but it was like,
or really wants to.
Freak shit.
I'm just saying. If a girl comes up to you out of the blue and is like, hey, you want to do a open relationship, that means she's already fucking somebody, or like Chris said, she's been really, really close.
She really wants to.
Yeah, or she really wants
to. There's this one guy that she's just dying for.
That would suck.
At that point, I'm just like, just do you, baby. I'll focus on myself a little bit.
For sure.
I go back to the streets.
Yeah. I may backslide if I want to at some point.
Oh,
but
yeah.
That's it.
We can do an open relationship as
Yeah.
long as I don't have to deal with your bullshit or answer your calls or any of that.
Bro,
I can just fuck you every now and then.
Could hang out with
Sure.
his girlfriend because she was getting slammed.
Oh, my God, dude.
Jesus.
That shit,
Hey, I know we're going to watch that movie night, but the football team.
Yeah, I got the starting middle linebacker coming over.
Draymond, actually, I got a friend in high school. Draymond
Got Briley
smashed his
Bullock
girl.
coming over.
What the
My friend was dating this girl like a grade older, or like 2 grades older than us. Like, she was like our team, whatever. And she ended up going to state, and like the rumor was like Draymond was smashing her, and we never let him hear the end of it.
Dude,
Poor guy.
Poor guy. You know how long Draymond's arms are?
Jesus.
She was getting fish hooks.
I think he's got a 7'3" or a 7'4" wingspan at like 6'7" or however tall he is.
Oh man. All right, moving on.
All right, yep. Quick sidebar there. Who doesn't think about it?
Sports.
Did you have a video clip of Aiden Hutchinson on?
I have one of Jared Goff on Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Cool. Then I think I said one of Ben Johnson on the same situation.
Yeah, so this is Jared Goff speaking on Amon-Ra St. Brown's last lackluster performance. Pause.
Targets and things aren't necessarily what's right. Now, how you character-wise?
Yeah, he's a leader. He's a captain. He's got the C on his chest for a reason, and I know he still wants the ball. Of course he does. All those receivers want the ball, but I think he understands when we're able to win a game, and he doesn't get as involved as maybe he'd like. He's good with it. We're winning the game, and we're trying to win a Super Bowl this year. And it's 1 week at a time, and he knows that. And like I said, he'll get his, and he also knows that.
It's not off in the schedule.
And you love to hear that because that's what it should be. That's kind of just like what we were talking about with Jack Campbell. I'm not worried about that. If we win the game, I don't care if Amon-Ra doesn't touch a ball, and I'm sure he wants the ball in his hands. Like Goff said in that clip, they all do. They all want the ball. They all want to make plays. But if we win the game and he's only got 2 catches, he's not going to get mad about it. He's just going to want the ball more because he thinks he can help us win the game, which more often than not he does. But he's not this diva guy that's going to freak out if he's not catching the ball and we're winning. As long as we're winning and he's not getting the ball, it doesn't really concern me that much. I would not expect that trend to continue. I'm taking the over on Amon-Ra's catches this week, but I'm not worried about it. And like Goff said in that clip, we're worried about winning the Super Bowl. We don't got to worry. We don't got time to get divvied up on who didn't get what reception if you're winning games. And that's the mentality you got to have.
Game 1, it happened. Amon-Ra's going to be cool because he doesn't care about winning at the end of the day.
Yeah.
For damn sure. And Jamo's his boy. He's been mentoring him all along. He finally got to see him break out. He, for goddamn sure, was happy for Jameson Williams. He's been one of his biggest fans. Every time he's on any other podcast and he comes up, Amon-Ra's hyping him up. But you know who this man is. This is the guy that remembers every single name of every motherfucker drafted before him and had the audacity to name drop in post-game interviews after playing said team. This guy, I don't know about the catches. I probably won't flirt with that one. But the yards, for damn sure. You're talking about the Yak King? This guy, when he gets the ball, is going to be a fucking madman.
He's going to be running angry.
He is going to be pissed off. There's a clip of a matter of fact last year during the wide receiver documentary they had, or whatever you want to call it, docu-series, where he's like, just give me the fucking ball. And this is post-injury. If you don't think Amon-Ra is not pissed off about last week's performance, you're sadly mistaken.
Yes.
He still was responsible and mature about it because James was his boy and he is a team guy and captain. But in the back of his mind, or in the forefront of his mind, he's ready to fucking rip somebody's soul out.
Yeah, that's who he is. That's the type of player he is. That's the type of man he is. That's how he was raised. That's how he plays the game. He's going to. You're gonna see him open a lot more in this game. He is gonna make a point to get open, and Jared Goff is gonna make a point to get him the ball because when you put the ball in Amon-Ra St. Brown's hands, good things happen. So yeah, but like I said, I'm not worried about it. If we would have lost and Amon-Ra only had 2 catches, then yeah, I would have been a little upset and a little worried about it. But we won the game. That's all that matters.
And he's active. He's got the podcast. He's doing interviews. He's somewhat active on social media enough to where all these fucking fantasy nerds that were shitting on Jahmyr Gibbs the same way last year are probably in this year as well, or at least sending little fucking hate messages and whatnot. Amon-Ra St. Brown, whatever the yard is, over.
First round pick this year in fantasy, everywhere basically. And I think what you have to think of is defensive coordinators now know first team All-Pro Amon-Ra St. Brown. That is the first guy you're scheming up against when you're going against this offense. You have to stop St. Brown to have a chance to beat this Detroit Lions team. Every single defensive coordinator is going to put his best to make sure Amon-Ra can't go for 8 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown. Because that's how this offense goes. We saw our offense kind of stutter a little bit last week. We only put up 20 points in the in the game. Yeah, in the game before overtime. So I think if you're a defensive coordinator, you're going to zero in on our all-pro guys. St. Brown, Sam Laporta. That's why J-Mo was able to eat so much. So when J-Mo starts eating and you have to send more guys his way, that's when things are going to open back up for St. Brown. So we'll see which way the Bucs want to defend this offense. But I think St. Brown is going to eat as well, and I think J-Mo is going to be able to open up a lot of things for St. Brown because they complement each other extremely well.
And on the flip side of that, Ben Johnson's job now is to scheme Amon-Ra open. Seeing how the defense of the Rams shut him down, seeing how they got him off of his game and made him kind of a non-factor in this game, it's up to Ben Johnson to scheme open his first-team All-Pro to make sure they can't do that and bracket him like that. And I believe we're going to see that in week 2.
Yeah, and actually, we have Ben Johnson kind of speaking on the matter. You want to play that video?
Yes, sir.
These 5 things really well, and I can't give that away. Because Amon-Ra's been so productive for such a long period of time, I'm just curious, what's his mindset like been this week? Because we all know what kind of competitor he really is. He just wants to win. And I've been around some guys, particularly at that position in the past, that when they have a game that was below what they wanted it to be, they could pout, they could do this, that, but immediately after the game, I don't know if anybody had a bigger smile on his face than him. So that's what comes with wearing that C on his chest, and he's a great example of what we want everybody on offense to be about, unselfish. And he was happy that J-Mo had the game that he had because he knows it's going to open up more opportunities for him down the road.
That's actually, that's my bad. I said the wrong one. But in that interview, he was talking about there were times where he was open, times where they tried to go to him, and just ended up being, J-Mo's ball or sack or whatever it may have been. But the multiplicity of this offense is what they were going for when they made these draft picks. The Sam Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs, you signed David Montgomery, J-Mo, traded up to grab him in the first round. It's how this offense is meant to be. But he's definitely one of the 4. He's a captain on your team.
So how do you want an offense? I've been saying that for the past couple of weeks, and there's going to be games like this for everyone on this team where they don't get everything they need. So as long as we win, as long as somebody eats, I don't care.
And on top of that too, I mean, this team almost scored 30 points without their number 1 receiver. Yeah. So at the end of the day, this offense, if you put up high 20s, you should be able to win that game.
Yes.
You should be able to win that game with a decent defense, and that's what we did. So to me, it's not a sign to worry about at all.
All right, we do got to go to break though. Tell us about Mark White, Easy.
Mark White gonna do you right. Give him a call today and get signed up for your new home. Save up to $5,000.
$5,000
of said home. That's 248-290-8242. Visit them at markwhitesells.com. That's 248-290-8242. Again, visit them at markwhitesells.com.
And let me tell you about the best Lions coverage in the state. Only here at Woodward Sports. It is the New Holland Brewing Company watch party and post-game show presented by New Holland Brewing Company. They got Tangerine Space Machine and Taller Long Drink. It's also presented by Sabbath Coffee Roasters, Soroki Crispy Chicken and Pizza, and 1800 Tequila. All of this live at Hayes Social. It's the watch party and the post-game show. We're doing Lions coverage better than anybody.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down.
Try out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down. $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That's exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. The same great service the customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford at Dearborn and Day and find the brand you want at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford together. Let's ride.
Dramatic.
Welcome back to Word Heavyweights Live, WordSports.com. Easy, Spinball Rex, Young Chris, Nicholas Koloff, a.k.a. Microwave Nick. If you guys haven't, I saw it somewhere on Twitter, and I apologize. I just kind of just ripped the topic. I don't even know who posted it, but they asked the question.
I saw that. Yeah.
Was it Barstool Detroit?
What's it again, though? I can't remember. I think it was Fueled by Motown.
I think you're right.
I think it was Fueled by
Something
Motown
like
on
that.
Twitter, or Detroit Time. One of the two. I'm not sure.
That was a great question though, because now that we're entering like an era where the Detroit Lions are good.
I like this.
Detroit Lions aren't breaking their fans' hearts; they're breaking other teams' fans' hearts. They asked who are their top 5 rivals, and of course you got the NFC North.
You got the 3. I put those as 3 of mine.
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah.
I didn't write it down. I'm glad you did this.
I think the other 2 are pretty obvious as well.
Yeah. I said the Seattle Seahawks is one of them.
Ooh, good one.
Because I mean, they might not see it as a rivalry, but they whoop. I wanted to put the Rams in there.
Yeah,
the Rams are there.
Yeah.
But I think why? We beat the Rams every time we play them.
It's going to be that way. Look at how much.
There's a lot of history behind, a lot of backstory for
Yes.
sure. They're
That's
both
what-
NFC
the
contenders.
Rams are on there.
They threw Goff to the wolves.
I guess I see more of it as the Seahawks because
Came out leading the pack.
we haven't beat the.
But
Let's go,
Jared.
Let him
Boomer
cook.
Bust.
Jared
We haven't seen us beat the Seahawks.
It's actually
But by your logic, then they can say
the Rams can say that about, the Seahawks can say that about us too.
Yeah.
But all right, I have to. I was trying to
The
talk.
Rams are
I was trying to
definitely-
be like cool and be like, oh, we beat them, so it doesn't
Contrarian.
matter.
Yeah, no, they're
But yeah,
still-
the Rams with the history and everything like there. And then
Every
I
time
think
JG
it's
plays
going to
him,
be
he's
the
no wow.
49ers.
Yeah, you got to project it's the
Oh,
Niners.
are you projecting
That
it?
one-sided.
I
Because-
think when we beat the 49ers in the NFC Championship game this year, that's what it's going to be.
But right
I
now,
like it, but
Right
right now
now-
it's long live cowgirls.
I mean,
Yeah,
but they
it's like
also been on
Cowgirls.
the side. God damn
and it's
it.
more of
We are.
Can I say the
fucking
refs?
hate that.
Yeah, I wrote down Dan
Yes, you
Blandino.
Dean
Dean
Blandino.
Blandino being on Jerry Jones' party bus
Yeah.
Yeah.
after
Dallas
we
and
got
Seattle are
hoed.
the same level of hate, said Jake Rusin. Damn.
Can we say?
Dallas and
I hate
Seattle
Dallas
said,
more.
let's go Red Wings Sparty.
Can we,
But those are like one-sided on our ends, though.
yeah, but if we meet
Yeah.
in the dance, can we say KC?
No.
Nah.
We beat them on their opening.
Yeah.
No, you got to play them more often. I feel like it's
true.
got to be an NFC team.
Okay,
That's-
so how
that's
about
fair.
this one? I know we all hate the NFC North, but there's one team I hate the least out of all of them.
Vikings.
Vikings?
We know you love the
Vikings. Can we
Vikings.
throw in the 49ers
You do
over
love
the
the
Vikings?
Vikings. You are a
Okay,
Vikings fan
chill
for
out.
sure.
They didn't.
No, we play the Vikings
They,
twice a year.
they
They're
drafted
division
my
rival.
hero. No, just
Plus, their
kidding.
fans are fucking pussies.
Okay, yeah, I forgot about the
Yeah.
fans when I was doing this, but like when we actually play them, like because we have had success recently, I don't really give a shit about the Vikings. It's the Bears and the Packers I put over them.
I definitely hate the Vikings the least out of the
Yeah.
three.
yeah,
NFC
that's where
North
I'm
teams.
at with it.
I agree with
drum's
that.
sweet.
But they still got to be one of your top 5 rivals. You play them twice a year.
Who's won for you guys?
The Packers.
Yes.
Number one.
F them.
That's the
say
team
it.
I hate the most, and I think they're our biggest rival.
Easy.
I've always hated the Bears worse.
I know, dude.
I've always fucking hated the Bears my whole life. I fucking. It goes back to like when I had my season tickets, and that's probably like the peak of my like diehardness. And like Jay Cutler would go out, Aaron Rodgers would go out sometimes, and we still failed to win the division. Or like, and I'm totally biased in this situation. But anytime Dominic Sue would get a penalty against Jay Cutler, I'd be pissed off.
Yeah.
Especially that one a little bit for him thing. Don't think that should have been a penalty. That was still fucking. Or the one where we slung him over his leg. Like that was a tackle.
Yes.
Either way, I mean, I'm biased. I get it. Number one for me is the Bears.
Nick
yeah.
Fairley's the one who actually killed Jay Cutler.
After Thanksgiving, though, Packers number 2, for sure.
Packers are my number 1. Bears are my number
Yeah.
2.
I got Packers 1, Cowboys 2, Bears 3,
That's just teams you hate.
Rams 4,
Yeah, that's
Vikings
teams I
5.
That's teams you hate more than
Yeah,
rivalries.
it's a rivalry though.
So it's easy to name the 4. It's our division and the Rams. So who's that 15?
Cowboys.
I'm not
It's
mad
got
at
like a
the Cowboys.
mutual.
I don't really
thing,
see
though.
it as the Cowboys. Yeah.
I mean, for us, yeah, as fans, the Cowboys are definitely. In the
I think by the end of this year, it's going to be the 49ers. Because like I said, we're going to beat them in the NFC Championship game and win the Super Bowl. So everybody's going to be like, "Oh, Niners could never do that." Ugh.
I mean, that's the closest thing.
It
to
could
an
have been.
answer, to
It
be
could have
fair.
been the Eagles if Patricia had some juice and stayed there, and then you have kind of
Yeah.
the players that went back and forth between.
Yeah.
Like there could have been a little bit there, but I don't think so.
We haven't
Could-
played
and
them
I get
since
their
we've been
ass
good,
right
though.
now.
Yeah.
We haven't played the Eagles since we've been good.
Well, we
So
played
I-
them last
Seahawks
year,
dominate us.
or was it 2
No,
years
we,
ago?
we
It was 2
started
years
the
ago,
season
opening
with them
night.
2 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, 2 years.
I get their ass right now.
Oh, yeah,
but
that was
the
Easy's
22
lock.
did
That was
happen.
Easy's handshake bets.
Could it be the
Didn't make
Panthers?
those bets.
The Panthers.
Could the Panthers beat just because of the 22 game?
No.
They would whip their ass the following year? No.
No. The Panthers?
Don't disrespect
The
us.
Panthers are not our rival.
Yeah,
Don't give them something to hold on to. They're going to have the worst season of all time. Don't give them a life raft and being like, we're the rivals of the best team in the league. Like, no, you guys are nothing.
How about the Eagles?
They are not circling the fucking calendar.
We were just talking about that. We haven't played them since we've been good.
100%.
I legitimately thought like Dean Blandino must have gotten
He never
paid like
listens.
hundreds of thousands of dollars after being on that party bus. Dean Blandino.
He heard that without his headphones on though.
Absolute joke.
That is crazy. That is crazy. I hate I hate the Cowboys. Like the Cowboys are arguably my most hated team in the NFL, but
fucking make it the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Rivals.
Plus, you got the Thanksgiving tradition part of it too.
Would Cowboys fans
True.
consider you one of their top 5 rivals? No. Not even close.
Probably Eagles, Giants,
Eagles,
Niners.
Shoot. Who cares what Cowboys fans think?
Eagles,
They're
Giants,
delusional.
Niners, Packers probably in front of us
Packers
because
for
all
sure
the
in front of
off
us.
season or because all the playoff success.
And
but
then
What's the chat saying?
they're definitely backing up the Cowboys.
Jay
I've seen
Cruzen
a
said
lot.
San Fran 5, Rams 4. I saw a lot of people saying Cowboys. Yeah, Caden Kiter says Cowboys. Cruzen said Cowboys 3. So yeah, he doesn't have them.
I guess you could say, because obviously we won that game last year and we got fucked out of it.
Yes.
And the fans were like, we were chirping with them throughout Twitter. How can you parade and celebrate that win as a Cowboys fan?
Yeah,
that's disgusting.
Cowboys.
What was it like 30?
Cowboys have a top 5 worst fan base in sports. The
By
worst
far,
fan base
easily.
in sports
By far.
are Michigan fans, Cowboys fans, Yankees fans, Maple Leafs fans, and Duke fans. I think those are my 5 most hated fan bases.
A-Chain officially in.
What about
Boston
Knicks fans?
Boston's fans.
Knicks
Boston fans are way worse than Knicks fans.
Knicks fans are hilarious.
Boston fans
actually.
are just objectively racist. Like Knicks fans, at
That's
least
true.
are
Fair.
funny.
They're like, fuck Trey Young.
Yeah, at
That's
least
fair.
Knicks fans are funny.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah,
Boston fans are like, I don't care if you
Go
won a
Cowboys.
Finals MVP. Your last name's Brown, and I hate you.
Yeah.
Like,
You're no Peyton Pritchard.
yeah. I remember when we had good players like Larry Bird and Kevin McHale. Robert Parrish was all right.
You remember Bob Cousy?
Yeah, Bob Cousy was really the best point guard of all time. Boston fans suck. Boston fans in general suck, not just the Celtics.
That's fair.
Bruins fans are probably the most chill Boston fans. Because Red Sox fans blow. And yet, I mean,
Boston
I guess
fans blow too.
New England fans
Bruins fans.
Yeah, but out of their sport teams, they're probably the best.
All right, let me tell you about merch. Head on over to woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab today. Get yourself some brand new merch.
Phillies
The
fans.
ultimate
Yeah, that's
Detroit swag. They got hoodies, tees, hats, all guaranteed to turn heads. Merch you will find nowhere else but woodwardsports.com. So make sure you go to woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab today and get yourself some fly new gear.
Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Hamp for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports.
So just to get the heated steering wheel, I also had the spring for the bigger rims.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Those upgrades will cost you an arm and a leg every time.
Hey, new car crew, how'd it go this weekend? I got a great deal on mine.
How?
I went to Randy Wise, not those other guys. They got me in a great new ride, and they didn't break my budget. Hey, could you pass me the sugar?
How? Never mind.
He made the wise choice.
Yep.
Make the wise choice at randywisechevy.com.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper. Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during Big D Energy and Thursdays during Ermanni and Edwards, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that DMAC trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsAndSpine.com or call 248-426-9944. All right. We didn't hit the like goal, but I like you guys, so I'll give it to you anyways. It is the Thursday night parlay presented by Caesar Sportsbook. As you guys know, it is the Dolphins and the Bills playing. Pete, shout out to Pete. He did show me a stat that Tyreek Hill has never had over 89 yards against the Bills in his career.
Damn it.
What'd you say?
Tyreek Hill has never had over 89 yards receiving in a game against the Bills in his career.
That's so fun. I just put him down for 80 on mine.
Yeah.
Had him for 80, and Josh down for 40 rushing.
I got
They didn't give us any good odds though.
Yeah, my parlay, shout out to Caesar Sportsbook, is Josh Allen over 35.5 rushing yards. James Cook over 59.5 rushing yards. Josh Allen over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Mac Hollins over 1.5 receptions. And Dalton Kincaid anytime touchdown scorer. And it's almost plus 2,500. I like it. I'm really confident about it, honestly.
Dalton's the part that scares me.
I just hate playing the touchdown. The touchdown stuff is where I get a little
He didn't
sketched
get one
out.
in week 1. I bet he gets one now. Bills don't have those Pro Bowl safeties anymore, said Wilson. That is true. That's a good point.
Yeah,
Your
they didn't
employer
really give
ain't
us any
back there
number. Like I
anymore.
wanted some Jalen Wright numbers. There's nothing fun to play with in this one. But I do like the Matt Collins stuff. I probably gotta get Dalton Kincaid. I didn't see him on there either though.
Dalton Kincaid anytime touchdown?
No, for his receiving yards.
Oh yeah.
Garbage.
Well, that'll do it. We got Thursday Night Football to watch.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Catch me on the Loose Cannons
Loose Cannons
podcast,
pod.
745.
Yeah, tap in, support our boy on
I'm
the
gonna need
Loose
some
Cannons
Detroit
pod.
Lions support.
Those are
they get down.
Their chat is like our chat, but it's Bucks fans. So
Yes.
go in there and fight for your boy Easy. Fight for the Lions. We appreciate you. Take Keon Spartan Dog. It's true, Elgato, but Mac Hollins, it was only 2 receptions for Mac Hollins, and it was like, I think it was like plus 160 or something like that. But for Easy, for Nick, for Chris, I am Spencer. We're the heavyweights. RIP Caleb. We'll see you guys. Peace.